Ken, Stan, thank you so much for 62 months of subscription.
Well,
Can we put that into perspective for a second? 12, 24, 36,
5 whole
48,
years. That's almost
60
um
is 5
pandemic
years.
old.
4 whole years.
Oh god, that's almost back to the last time we streamed one of these games. That Shaw said there'd be a stream on Thursday. Get Discord notification about it. Be pleasantly surprised. Correct the thousands of it. No worries. Hang on, I can do the Phoenix voice for that. Yes, hi. Yes, I hear you, Hex. Hi. You are welcome. Hello. I could do the Phoenix type voice for this. Your Honor, this is all the evidence the prosecution has provided. Holds out your empty hands. Go ahead. Zoom in.
There's
Hey,
also some static
it's
that I'm
nothing.
hearing.
yeah, hey,
Seem a little quiet.
what's with the
That-
bad
bop, bop, bop.
sounds?
Oh, that's speaking. Bop, 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 it up.
It was just right when you started
we're-
in just a second ago, it kind of sounded like you were trying to eat your microphone.
So
like
it
the amount of
really does
Sounds
static.
like you were trying to
right
eat your
now.
microphone.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay, I think my audio interface is going bad. I think I'm gonna need to replace this before too long. Do I sound okay now? Do I sound too quiet, chat? If I do, I can still adjust a little higher. I just can't go much higher without getting some funky noise. You started subscribing during Justice for All or Trials and Tribulations. After that, it's been automatic. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Y'all are really... dedicated. Thank you.
Especially if your name is
Alright,
Apollo.
Let me get the video game live. Apollo Justice,
That is true.
the Ace Attorney, Surgeon General's warning. This game
Awesome.
will kill you.
This is the
This
future.
game will shoot and kill you. Surgeon General's warning. This game is trying to kill you. If you are Apollo, you are already dead. So what are you doing here? Go to heaven, idiot.
Oh my god, it's almost
That's
now.
how you end up in purgatory. You sit around watching streams
know,
all
right?
day. Oh, can I just load directly to where we were?
Parity.
305.
Mm.
Yes, I
It's
hear
not
you,
parrot
bud.
flavored.
Hex has to be in here right now. They gotta be separated. Yeah, we're almost in complete parity with this. Like, so close. Parity. As in happening simultaneously. It's paired.
Hopefully.
Hey, no gobble noises this time. That's good.
No, that's parity. Which is something that Phoenix is very used to describing witnesses as in the room. This guy's kind of parody. It could be better. It could be a little louder. Okay, I can...
He might get
I can
silly.
adjust that ever so slightly.
Okay.
without-
Watch out. Oof, watch
without
out.
getting to the point where I'm
If need
peeking
be.
constantly, hopefully.
You can
Okay. I
rotate
can also move my mic
Golden to the
closer.
bathroom.
Yeah, it's a sweet
Is that
spot I
that
gotta
faint
hit.
meowing in the
yeah,
background?
That is
really
him.
causing
So
the scene. I'm gonna keep him in here for a bit longer, but there might come a point where he
okay, yeah,
has
you
decided
can,
he's no longer going to be in here.
Rotate. I say Well, you could throw Hex in the bathroom, but I don't think he'll be happy. Yeah, he will. I don't like that very much.
That is Hex. That is.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
the
just
courtroom,
dead now.
it
Goldie's
blew up,
content in here
and
right now, to be
then
clear. Goldie's
he was
fine.
like, hey, you know what? I really gotta get back there because there's an adult who needs
Yeah,
their
he'll shred the toilet
plushie.
paper.
So I'm back there.
You were half expecting the Danganronpa noise cue when you saw the Apollo is dead cutscene. What's up? Who dueling their destinies? Yeah, Apollo died.
But with, yeah, no aid, no assistant. Let me not tell anyone except for this other sick girl that I'm going, and then, whoops, he collapsed. Yep, 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 yep.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I think there might be a plushie somewhere buried here that is both evidence, but also the comfort for this chronically ill 18-year-old. So I'm going to go die about it. Who is also one of the fucking suspects. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. He's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah, that's...
All the courtrooms keep blowing up! We can't keep a single courtroom together. Is the webcam very desynced for anyone else? Let me also, yeah, just where the microphone is. Is the webcam desynced for anyone else? Is that... Because that's a new problem. Given how things ended yesterday.
Morning.
Yeah, but
Good morning. Good morning. This must be the energy of the courtroom for the Luigi trial. Like, morning everyone. Yeah. Alright. It is desynced.
That's my line.
Okay, is the audio
That's
late?
mine. That's the one that I do.
Or is it early? Is the webcam... are you seeing everything on the webcam too late? Mood sure is tense. Yeah, I hear you, Hex. Oh, do I hear you? The problem isn't that you aren't heard.
I don't know either.
Okay, so I
you add
am
super
doing
speed to the webcam? It goes so fast, it just wraps around the earth, and then it meets back up again.
Advanced audio properties. Okay, I'm gonna set for the webcam a delay of, let's try
Okay.
100 milliseconds. Okay, let me know how the audio is synced to the webcam now, y'all. It's fixed? Oh, wait, okay. Did just opening the menu fix it and then turning it off?
Old school.
Oh my god, I'm so annoyed. Okay, I'm gonna set it back now to no delay. Is it good now? If it's good now, I'm just gonna leave it.
Oh, God.
Literally just opening the menu made it go, oh yeah, we're supposed to work. Gesundheit.
And it worked just perfectly.
This is all the
so
shit I was
smooth
hoping
then.
to work out on Sunday when we streamed. Like,
That's okay.
if there was any issue like this exact thing.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Alright, if it's working now, y'all, we're gonna... It's better, but it's still desynced. I'm not sure what to do about that. We might just have to roll with it and hope that it corrects itself. Oh, also, hang on, I should check something in the background real quick. See if lighting service is eating up a bunch of my CPU.
Oh, someone's in there.
Nope, not this time. Not this time. Wait,
Sneaky
nope.
little guy.
Motherfucker, LED keeper, 36% of my CPU. I see you. Hopefully that helps. Could you try syncing your voice to something? Oh, you know what I did change? You know what I actually did change is when I was hanging out with you, Marina,
Oh,
set
right, because that was
my
right after the
webcam
last stream. Because I was like, we haven't talked since then, but it was right after the stream.
To be visually better at the cost of frame rate. So let me go back to those settings. And video mode, camera, default. Okay. And can I set it to focus on
We'll find out.
Yeah.
frame rates?
We'll be told.
Okay, I don't know if that worked or not, but maybe. Okay. Yeah, it is set to prioritize frame rate. Blink.
Hopefully
Set the
it's
exposure
Papa
down,
Twatch
so that the frame rate increases.
and
Didn't
not
work so
us.
far. Okay, well, we will see going forward.
Yep.
Alright, let's play through the game a little bit and then see if it fixes itself. Mood sure is tense.
Oh, hey,
Not
did you
there's
read
no
the paper this
surprise.
morning, boss?
You think I know how to
Say anything?
read?
Alright,
You didn't read it? Then you didn't know. You don't know the big news.
huh? The paper?
But he spotted
That came out of left field.
an abominable snowman way up in the mountains. Might show up in the forest where you live, Junie.
Okay, tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Athena.
You know, it's a big.
What the fuck? One of our friends, as far as we know, he's dead
Gotta
or
watch out.
critically injured. And
It's December.
like,
That's their
Sasquatch
prime
is gonna,
foraging
be in your
season.
area soon.
Is the middle of
Oh, he's
winter.
gonna fucking kill you. Also, cassette piece
That's
does look
insane.
interesting. Connor's voice
I
is
don't
super
understand
delayed.
I don't understand what could be
super
causing that,
delayed while
because it's
Marina and
not on
Austin's
our
aren't.
end.
I don't know what to do about that.
What if you just say things and we wait 10 minutes and then respond? That seems like it'll do it.
That's also a strong option.
I'll try disabling my webcam, or rather my microphone.
I mean, it could have very well been
sounds
related to the
in Windows and then re-enabling it and see if that
microphone
works. So be right back.
noises. I was gonna say gobbling and I gotta stop.
I mean, you don't have to stop.
It was accurate. It's what it sounded like.
You should stop, but you don't have to. This is a
Have to.
free country.
No one's
for
gonna
another
stop
month.
for another month. I can say microphone gobbler.
You
Yep.
gotta stop. You gotta stop calling us Chad, hun. Gotta stop calling us Chad. We're on our way to getting married, hun. You can't keep calling us Chad.
You're closer than this at this point.
Okay.
I mean, the only really good news is it seems like so far a lot of stuff is working on your end.
Yeah.
The only bad news about that is that then
Okay,
that's
how is
running
this
out of things
chat?
in your control.
Does this work? Is this acceptable? Can you hear me this way, and is it synced? You hear they now. How is the sync? It's fixed? Synced
It's
too?
fixed.
Cool. Okay. So
So what was the problem?
yes, and also for all of you in chat in the future, if you run into this problem too, here is what I did to solve this. Up until now, I have had my microphone set as a line in for audio for the webcam element in OBS. So essentially, in the webcam where I'm customizing all the video, I can also choose select mic line, and I was doing that. I have disabled that, and instead I am just using it as a mic line directly through the settings menu of OBS itself in audio. I've just selected it as my mic line. So, if you are using your microphone to pair with your webcam in OBS, try unpairing it and see if it works separately. I'm also going to, as a result, disable the webcam audio. Well, I guess it doesn't matter right now. Okay, so I will fix this for the future. I am guessing my money is on the desync builds as the lighting and the exposure adjusts on the webcam and the frame rate goes up and down. The audio desyncs in OBS because it's not trying to sync with what's happening on screen. It's just trying to come in at the same time that the footage is coming in. So now that I have disabled that entirely and I have the audio separated, it just plays at the same time, and whenever the webcam catches up, it syncs again. Oh, okay.
I see.
Hex is gonna sit in my lap. Sorry that the first 18 minutes of this stream were tech issues, but we got them resolved.
Yeah.
Dude, that just happens.
Yep.
Like, that's just going online to show, to do things, sadly.
That's live, baby.
Okay.
It really is.
I'm glad it's all resolved now. Let's keep it rolling.
Wow, that's
then.
resolved. Back to the great scientific process of warning people about abominable snowmen.
Abdominal snowman. Have you seen
Abdominal
Butch
snowman.
Hartman? Butch Hartman? Have you seen
Hmm.
Odd Parents? They're so funny and strange.
Odd, if you will.
No.
You'd better watch out, okay?
That seems too far.
You really should read the story for yourself. I can't even begin to do it justice. Oh, sorry, too soon.
Oh, wow, literally,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, it was too soon.
Justice.
Okay. What?
Oh,
Wait, do you
poor
give a shit
Apollo.
about that dweeb?
And it's all my fault.
Oh, Junie, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, yesterday we found out Apollo died. It wasn't Apollo's dead body. Thank goodness. He died in the ambulance on the way to the hospital.
God.
He'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. We rushed him to the hospital right away, and it looks like he's gonna pull through. But it was still quite a shock to stumble onto a scene like that.
Can we acknowledge that he's been going through the worst fucking week?
Just
He got exploded.
at
He
his
got-
place of business, just where he works.
He got crushed by rubble, and then he got clobbered in the back of the head, all in the span of 2 days. And you guys in chat don't know this yet, but he's been going through the most emotional turmoil for the 2 days leading up to
God,
this.
he was getting divorced too.
When it rains, it pours.
More like becoming a widow. But
Oh God. Oh God.
it's been a rough time for
Um,
old Apollo here. He's been having a bad time.
I'm imagining Apollo sifting through the rubble to find the stuffed animal, accidentally tripping on his shoelace and falling over and hitting his head hard enough that he knows he needs to go to the hospital, but being too embarrassed to say that's what happened. So he looks for the nearest rock and goes, well, I'll make it look like a murder. I can't go do the trial now. I'm just gonna
This
lay
won't
down
count.
next to this and go, I think I'm dying.
I
and wait
can't
for
get
someone-
workers' comp if they find out I was wandering around the old burnt office.
I climbed
has to be a
over
new
police tape to get in here. I have to have an excuse. Oh no, Apollo.
Brutal.
I mean, this guy hit me in the shin with a pipe, definitely. Is Miss Woods all right, Athena?
Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on the sofa over there.
I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo.
Poor Junie. She believes that the reason Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom.
Oh? I mean, yeah, no, that's probably right, but... By the way, okay, also, how are you doing? Because your amulet is telling me bad.
Who, me?
Fine.
Like, it's basically just, like, tech mood rings. Of, like,
Yeah, it really is.
Your mood ring is purple right now. How are you feeling? Yeah, you. I know you're concerned about Ms. Woods, but are you all right?
Me? I'm I'm doing just fine, boss.
Feel like one
I mean-
whole dollars.
Yeah, it was a huge shock, but... People who have studied analytic psychology are great at times like this.
If you were doing a bit, we couldn't hear it.
Correct.
It was too high-pitched.
Uh,
Discord wasn't picking it up.
After all, they've learned how to control their own emotions too. Which means I don't have to feel things.
This right here, the screaming on the inside pendant amulet while she, no, I'm fine. This is such a fucking mood. This girl is 19, I think.
19 or so,
and
yeah.
Yet still has a law degree. Yeah, no, I'll remind you that Francisca became a lawyer at 13 American years old.
13 years old.
13 Amerijapan years old.
It's
Man,
Pokemon rules. It's
they're
once
absolutely
you're old
buck
enough,
wild
you gotta get
determined.
out there and do law, kid.
Yeah, you're 10 years old. Have you decided if you're going to be a lawyer yet? Because that's the main thing in this world. A
It's
lawyer,
a driving economy.
a lawyer, or a murder suspect. Those are your two options. It is a caste system. Did you miss something? I don't think I caught the last stream. Yeah, Elle, you missed something. Apollo fucking died. Apollo went back to courtroom number 4 because he was convinced there was evidence in there, and he's probably right.
That courtroom had blown up.
The courtroom
Yeah,
that
the
had blown
courtroom
up.
That blew up
Important.
with
The courtroom
him
that
in
blown
it.
up.
With him in it.
With him in it. Yes.
Yeah, he already blew up the day before yesterday now, but when this happened yesterday, he had already blown up in that courtroom. And he went back there to try and get evidence, and someone clocked him over the head with a rock and almost killed him. He is now in intensive care. That is what you missed, Elle, is someone tried to murder Apollo a second time within 2 days.
He's been having a really good time.
Somehow I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. But there's no denying she's a real trooper. If I had a nickel for every time that lawyer blew up courtroom number 4. Apollo doesn't remember a thing, does he?
Yeah. He can't recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in courtroom number 4 or who assaulted him. The doctor said it's probably due to that hit he took to the head.
Assaulted.
Oh, you don't say?
Losing your memory of that. Ah, man, I know that feel. Goddamn. What was it?
Everyone's getting amnesia around here.
Was it a fucking fire extinguisher or something he was clobbered on the back of the head with? Jesus.
Yeah,
But
basically.
who in the world would do such a thing? Huh, Mr. Wright? Just wait till I get my hands on the coward who hurt our Apollo.
Now, Athena. I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. Let's just focus on helping Ms. Woods, okay? I mean, yeah, I'll cap the guy if I see him too, but...
Okay, boss. You're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Junie's name.
That's the spirit! Now, let's see. I'd better check these court records one more time before the trial starts.
To Mr. Wright, I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, let's get ready to rumble. Let's do a very brief
Proof of
review.
my profession.
Wait, hang on, can I? No, I can't present. the bomb, which was inside the stuffed animal, the tail, which we now...
Second bomb. To be clear, this was evidence bomb presented as a replica of what the bomb
Of this bomb.
From the initial explosion that was also a trial about bomb, I think.
It was.
The remote
that,
switch is also still missing.
Yes, that goes to second bomb.
I also would not be surprised. I'm probably getting ahead of things here. I would not be surprised if we suddenly locate the other stuffed animal and we find, whoa, the missing remote switch was inside of the animal. It was her all along. And someone has planted evidence
And
inside
its
of it.
tail is totally intact. Yeah, because there's 2 stuffed animals. Because there are 2 different mascots for this fucking courthouse. The one that I think is specifically for bad evidence? Is that the
Yes.
elephant
It's
thing?
for bad evidence and for people.
False charges.
Yeah, bad evidence and like being a scapegoat. Like the fact
Yeah.
that he's not literally a scapegoat. was right
yeah,
there.
an elephant and a rhino. So probably because of the original joke that it was before translation. So elephant was original bomb, but now there's second elephant that is in the replica. However, the missing plushie that Apollo went after that belongs to the flower person
that's
is
Ms. Woods,
a
yes.
rhino, has the exact same tail as its brother plushie, the elephant.
Yes, they have the same type of tail, and this is determined to be potentially from that other stuffed animal. And again, I think I'm getting a little ahead of the story here, but I think we're gonna suddenly locate that other stuffed animal, and look at this, it was part of the bomb all along, but it won't add up. That is at least where I see this going. Also, Vulpix brings up a good point that all of this is underneath the larger corporate entity that is Blue Badger, if you remember.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
The mascot for the police. L1001-5R.
This is the transport case that the replica bomb that for some reason they have was transported in.
No.
It was opened once.
This was the real bomb.
This was the one.
Oh, the real bomb. Sorry. Yes. Okay.
This was the real bomb, which was found and disarmed. As far as he was concerned, the bomb wasn't armed because it was being presented into evidence. Because we, in this separate trial, have had this fake bomb.
Yes, because this is the second trial, the third crime, as such. Yeah, there was an explosion.
New crimes keep happening, so yeah.
The trial for the explosion, there was an explosion.
Okay.
And so now this is the trial for that explosion at a trial that was over.
You know how there's parentheses and then there's brackets that are meant to be inside of parentheses? We have the now the weird squiggly ones because we have a third trial. This is the squiggly bracket of trials. All right.
I hope that caught everyone up.
Now we're all caught up. It's only been half an hour.
You bet.
I don't see any problems with that.
With everything that happened with Apollo, I didn't have time for a proper investigation. I can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right.
When has it ever?
For Ms. Woods' sake. And Apollo's, too. Phoenix, do you really call any of the shit you have done a proper investigation? Are you It is bumbling about a place while Maya shoplifts. That is what you do.
He is the king of pulling out of his ass last minute.
Yes, he is. Oh, okay.
Hang on.
The king of pulling out last minute.
No.
Hang on. Wait a minute.
Phoenix is vaping in court. Absolutely. I'm doing this right now. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods. Oh, God.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is also ready, Your Honor. Now then, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question? I would not be surprised if he says we were, Your Honor. Oh, no.
I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor.
This is still a first trial case at the end of the day.
Yeah, they might not want to overcomplicate it.
It's already more complicated than any of the other tutorial trials.
Yeah, this is by far the most complex one. I must say, I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed. I've been taking parental counseling courses, and I feel like I need to be less rough on you, son.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Father.
Your Honor, Father.
Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am.
Except the difference is Athena's gonna show up with paperwork that's just slightly the wrong font size, and the judge is gonna yell like,
Yeah. Well, you didn't file this in triplicate as is required.
You disrespect the court in this way.
You weird Gen Z child. You Gen Alpha. Oh, God.
Yeah, they.
No, remember, Payne is Gen Z.
There is a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up during this trial.
The jury thing in AJ was just a test run, but Dual Destinies onwards never followed through on the concept. The Great Ace Attorney with Shu Takumi did work on does use the system, though. Yes, the reintroducing jury thing, I wouldn't be surprised if they just decided not to keep that because it essentially would just add an extra layer of complexity to what is a pretty solid game loop they already had in the visual novel style.
Yeah.
But I am curious, because eventually we'll probably, most likely, we already own them on Steam, do Great Ace Attorney. Anyways, and yeah, it was Phoenix specifically that, like, was trying to reintroduce juries.
A separate matter, you say? What might that be?
And the introduction case there doesn't have it. Ah, interesting.
I assume you're aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial.
No, this is the first I'm hearing of it.
I'm speaking, of course, of the assault on Mr. Justice in the ruins of courtroom number 4.
Oh, thank God! I thought you were gonna say that abominable snowman was back.
Phoenix, it would be so crazy if he didn't bring that up. And also, yes, it was the Abominable Snowman. He's the bomber. The abominable
snowman.
It was there the whole time.
The abominable. Yeah.
Yes, what a truly harrowing experience it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice.
Miss Woods in the background.
At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone, you see. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods.
Oh, I see you, smug bitch. You're gonna try and wrap this back to her again.
Yeah, that chronically ill 18-year-old was able to clobber a man on the head with a rock hard enough to knock him unconscious, definitely.
That tracks to me.
An already critically injured.
That is fair.
Young man. He was exploded and crushed by debris like a day ago. The prosecution wishes to indict Miss Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault.
You're really pushing it. You've got to we have cameras.
In an exploded courtroom?
I mean, at least outside of the courtroom, if nothing else, I should hope.
Order in this court. Mr. Payne, the incident is under deliberation here. Is the courtroom bombing? The assault on Mr. Justice hasn't...
Okay, well, I think I actually disagree. That goes too far. You've gone in the other direction, man.
But I believe there is a connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in courtroom number 4.
Okay.
This is the location in courtroom number 4 where the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it's quite close to where Detective Arm's body was found.
Okay, courtroom number 4 diagram.
The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice?
Again, you are jumping so many barriers.
Why indeed? What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne?
I believe Mr. Justice found something in that courtroom while Miss Woods was with him. Evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing.
Don't say that. Don't say it like that.
You mean he found some incriminating evidence?
Precisely. And so, I surmise that the defendant picked up a piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice on the back of the head in order to silence him.
Junie would never do such a thing. She was devastated when we found Apollo hurt like that.
Miss Sykes, please control your outbursts.
Ahem. It is the prosecution's belief that by deliberating on Mr. Justice's assault, we will draw it ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself.
Okay. Miss Woods is hereby officially indicted on a charge of assaulting her own fucking...
Look, okay, I'm gonna back up for a second here, because this is stupid as fuck, but it is just stupid enough to maybe be something that will actually be partially true. So I am going to at least say, the scenario that has been set up, it is 100% in the realm of possibility that she did this, because all of the information we have about what Apollo was doing and where he was going was from her. We don't actually know for a fact that they went to the courtroom the same way that she claimed happened. All of that information is from Woods herself. So I am saying that I am aware that currently our understanding of events is through the person who is accused.
It's just giving, all right, you're pushing the envelope there a bit, Mr. Payne. Objection! Is this even legal? Shut it, you uppity woman!
You fucking woman!
I mean, yeah, it is the judge.
Why are you listening to Mr. Toupee over there? Although, considering our conversation yesterday...
I think Apollo must have figured something out.
Wonder what it was.
He told me I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper.
That's exactly what she sounded like. Maybe the two incidents really are related after all.
I would like to start by hearing from the defendant herself.
Very well. Bailiff, please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand. Also, can you inform her of what's happening? Because she was in the little booth over there. She couldn't hear this shit.
Sorry. I can't seem to stop.
The defendant will refrain from huffing whatever the fuck that was in the courtroom.
Miss Woods. I guess she's still really upset about Apollo.
Miss Woods, you went to the ruins of courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, did you not?
Yes, I did.
An admission of guilt, I knew it. Good, good.
Got him.
If you would, then, please testify about what happened to the court.
Yeah, if Juniper was a different kind of person, she could absolutely try to, like, schmooze up to the judge. But whether or not she actually is guilty of something here, which, again, I could see there being a larger thing happening of she is guilty of a different thing that she doesn't want seen here. I think jumping to chronically ill child hit the man over the head with a rock is a bit of a jump. But, you know...
Also, hey, no offense, maybe some offense, but what would be left at the crime scene for them to get? Huh? The crime scene that allegedly the police have fully scanned? They didn't break in before. Like, this was after the body was removed, the area was scanned.
I would
You know what I mean?
I would also argue this is a, like, failure of the police as well. This crime scene is less than a day old of a murder and bombing, and you don't have at least one person there keeping an eye on things?
No, they checked it. They checked it already. So
Why would you go back?
Yeah,
Why'd you go back?
they already got all of it.
they got it.
During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me, and we went to the courtroom ruins together. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person?
So Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling unwell? What an admirable young man. I thought his loud voice was his only outstanding feature.
Jesus. He may look a little like an imp at times, but Apollo can be really nice, too.
Did you just say he could be a bit of a Kappa sometimes, and that's how they decided to translate it? It's basically the same sentiment.
Probably.
But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins?
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Something? What kind of something?
Something to do with the courtroom bombing kind of something, I think.
Okay, now is not the time to be vague.
Oh, new evidence for the case, was it? That's a very big kind of something indeed.
Wow, that's exciting! Who would have thought someone could find something at a well-scanned crime scene?
Finding evidence in this court? Holy shit!
Whoa.
That never happens.
Yeah, no, he said something about discovery. He said something about discovering evidence.
No, that's a different thing. We don't do that here. We no, we don't do discovery before. Never, not once.
Stop talking about it.
Don't you? It's like the fucking jury all over again. Oh, someone shot every person on the jury, and then the trial was over, and then we moved on from it. Oh, and everyone blamed
and
the
then
judge.
suddenly, all of the pay went back to the judge. Oh, and then suddenly it's a conspiracy.
Look,
I
I
think you just admitted to a crime.
nope. We don't do that
Oh,
in court.
I'm the judge. I'm the god of crimes. I don't.
immune. I decide what's a crime. Me.
Mentioning some, yeah, looking for evidence.
Just as I thought. There is a connection between the two incidents after all.
Okay, but that's not an objection. Objection! She's right!
Objection, I was right all along. But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor.
What lie is that?
When she learned Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself the chance to destroy that evidence.
No! I never!
Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindness
Do you-
with violence.
Anything.
We found the proof of her foul deed there in the courtroom ruins.
Sorry, it just says Woods on the floor.
No,
And
no,
his
no,
blood?
it doesn't. No, it doesn't. God,
his-
Jesus, it says D5. It says D5, and they put woo. These are numbers. I have seen this exact. The photo keeps going. I have seen this exact thing before in other murder mysteries. This is such a good first trial puzzle. I love it.
I know if he probably intentionally removed the bandage, but the visual of having a fully bandaged hand, fingers, arm, and still bleeding out of the tip of your face.
God.
You're writing out D's nuts. What on earth?
His last
Get him
words.
one last time! Do you see it? There, in front of Mr. Justice's right hand. Witness the message he left us.
It's written in blood. Woods. Why isn't that?
Woods? Why is
That
he
al-
trying to woo us?
That almost sounds like the defendant's name.
That's right, Your Honor. It says Woods in capital letters.
What?
I submit that Mr. Justice left us with the name of his attacker before he fainted.
No, that can't be true! Why would Apollo write my name?
Okay, can we look at it proper? Okay, no, it's the same thing, yeah. Let me see if there's anything else going on in this picture that I should be paying attention to.
There's a rock.
There is a bloody
And-
rock.
Apollo is there, and did you see it says Woods? Okay, I think you got it.
0015. I'm not gonna pursue this for too long, but I am seeing if there is 0015. L0015. L0015. That is currently my hypothesis. Is that he is trying to write out, oh my god, it's in the bomb box. The stuffed animal
Yeah.
is in the bomb box. I think that's the thing he... Okay, yes, that's
Because they
what it
can't be,
is.
yeah.
The evidence is in the bomb box. They can't find the remote control, so if memory serves... Okay, no, just Tanate has the key. Okay.
Yep,
Only
yep.
Tanate.
Okay, yeah, the stuffed animal's in the bomb box. That's what he was trying to say. Okay.
Mr. Wright, the nerve of leaving that message. Why would he do this?
Hey, don't take it out on me. I don't understand it any more than you do. When we discovered Apollo yesterday. Apollo! No! Hey, this is Phoenix's memory, remember? We didn't even have a chance to rush over to him. As soon as security heard Athena scream, they ran in and cordoned off the area. After that, they were in courtroom number 4 with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves, and we had to leave everything to the police. Almost like that's procedure. Still, I never thought they would find bloody writing there.
Now then, please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Okay, so while I have thought of all of that, that is a lot of steps ahead. So let's back up to what is in this testimony specifically. During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Apollo stayed behind, and we went to the courtroom ruins together. Let's get a little more clarity on that. Why exactly did you go to the courtroom ruins?
We went to look for my medicine to stop my coughing.
Your medicine? Why was your medicine be in courtroom number 4?
Wait, you're chronically ill?
Wait, hang on, Your Honor. I posit that this witness is sick. Witnesses.
I thought that was just a quirky trait. Our witnesses often have them.
Wait, hang on. That's not your bit? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, is
That's
that
the door.
Okay,
Yep.
Ozzy's gonna be away for just a moment. That is landlord coming by, just pest control, standard stuff. I will actually take this as an opportunity to use the restroom real quick.
Yeah, I'll go grab some coffee because I forgot to.
So we're gonna take a short break, and we'll be back. Peace,
Don't
everyone.
drop anything in the heat of the moment.
Especially not your fucking medicine, holy shit. That's the closing screen. Hang on. AFK screen. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. Thanks. Thank you, Al.
So how about them Knicks, everybody?
Okay, we are back.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the video game. Let me know if the audio is still working okay? Because I'm worried that switching it might have fucked with it. We'll see.
Okay, okay.
Marina still isn't back yet. We can wait just a moment. It is still working. Cool. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the deal with that was. But I guess it really was that I had my webcam set, because while we're waiting for Marina, I can explain this. I have a Logitech webcam that comes with configuration software, and it has two preset configs in it that I can switch between quickly. One of them is prioritize frame rate, one of them is prioritize exposure. I was hanging out with Marina playing Yakuza at like 10 p.m. It was dark and my lights in here were low, so I turned it to prioritize exposure so the camera would actually correct the lighting so it wasn't just black. And I forgot to switch it back. And I guess if it's set to prioritize exposure, it will slowly build up delay over time. Which would also explain why hitting the settings menu fixed it, because it would have completely reset the camera in that moment. Anyways, welcome back, Marina.
Thank you. I got coffee.
Okay, I have water here. Let's keep it rolling.
I got bug spray.
You
got bug spray.
You dropped it in the heat of the moment, the bug spray. Wait. Holy shit.
Bumrat Riney. He was keeping my medicine safe for me. He has a little compartment that I can put things in, you see?
And Phony Fanny has the same type of pocket. That's where the bomb was inserted.
I had put my medicine for my coughing fits inside Bumrat Riney. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for him. There was so much rubble in there, I was worried, but there was no rubble or anything in front of the witness stand. So when we got inside, Apollo went straight there. and started looking for my Rhiney in that area. It was so nice of him to do that for me, in spite of all his injuries. Apollo is so strong and kind, just like the trees of the forest.
Okay, yeah, the way she makes him sound, you'd think Apollo was some kind of ancient god. That's funny, because his name almost kind of sounds like A-U, which is gold, and a lot of gods, like, people worship them through gold.
The golden god.
Yeah, and through, like, a golden god sort of thing, and that's why that joke is funny. Anyways.
Get you a girl who will gas you up while you've been exploded like Junie.
Get you a girl who will gas you up after you've been concussed twice.
Also,
Oh, wait.
was that a custom pocket? Or do these things come pre-made with little smuggle pouches?
Because why
Okay.
would they not be kangaroos at that point?
Okay.
That's so true. That's
Consider-
also true.
Consider for a moment the Beanie Baby. Consider
What about it?
at scale. What the pocket, but big.
Oh, I didn't know they had pockets. Okay.
Do you not remember that? Or am I misremembering something? Didn't the Beanie Babies have a pocket for a quarter that you would put
maybe.
in from from different states? That was like a whole thing.
Oh, like a little plastic sleeve on the outside. I don't think it's that. I think it's probably like.
Oh no,
like
it's the
pocket that
zip
bomb was in.
pouch. Yeah.
Yep.
But also, I guess it's just like a fun, functional sort of thing of like you can take your stuffed animal with. Okay,
Don't
actually,
put drugs in here.
as
Don't.
as I'm saying this out loud, that actually sounds kind of fun. Like it's a purse, but it's just a stuffed animal.
Oh yeah, because backpacks like that exist. It's just wild for something that does not have straps like a backpack, just a plushie with a secret thing, to be official merchandise of the local police department.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. Yeah, I got it from the gift shop, and there's like 200 of them there. One of them is missing its tail.
Oh.
That seems to be quite an important fact. Please add it to your testimony, Miss Woods.
Okay, so what
There
is
we
the
go.
new testimony? Apollo started looking for bum rap Rhiney near the witness stand. Okay, hang on.
Where there was no rubble.
Unfortunately, I mean, am I right here in presenting this? Because that looks like rubble near the witness stand to me. Unless they're trying to imply, like, this whole area is clear enough, because I suppose that's fair.
Yeah, I guess
I
that
present that.
Oh, I do present, okay, yeah, like, I
believe so.
I was worried I'm getting in my own head about it, but. Objection! So we started his search with the witness stand, you say?
That's right. I guess maybe he wanted to start from the furthest point in the room. He was being so brave. Strong.
But that's odd. Under the circumstances, he shouldn't have been capable of that.
But he was, and he still is. Even in a coma, he could get up and he could search a goddamn rebel-less witness stand. I'll kill you, Phoenix.
You're right. I'm being ableist.
You're right, that's my bad.
He might not look it, but he really is brave and kind too. He also doesn't look that. I know.
No, that's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone has a fucking crush on Apollo. What you are claiming is something no one should have been able to do.
But I should think that anyone could be brave and kind if they wanted to be, Mr. Wright.
Okay,
Most
true.
of us just choose not to be.
You all are getting hung up on a different part of this. But, okay, look at this diagram. With the courtroom in the state, how is it possible to walk up to the witness stand?
Oh.
I see your point. The rebel.
Oh, that's not a podium. That's a piece of rubble. Okay, understood.
Oh, I see.
It's just so perfectly symmetrical.
I didn't realize you didn't realize it. It's because it's like behind the witness stand.
Yeah.
That would, if you were in there, it would like trap you in.
I just didn't realize that was supposed to be representing more rubble because it was symmetrical. But now looking at it, there are other symmetrical pieces of rubble as well. Like that's fair enough. It's like a piece of ceiling that collapsed as a whole. Let's see.
Does such a tiny inconsistency even matter? Perhaps the witness is simply misremembering.
Okay, from my perspective, you're arguing against your own point. Great, now I'm not so sure it matters.
A real man doesn't make mountains out of molehills, you know.
But that's precisely what Mr. Wright does best.
You're so right, bestie.
I call slander, Your Honor.
So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? I have to say, it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy from just this diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any other photos of the crime scene?
Let me see, Your Honor.
Ooh.
Yes, I have one more.
Oh, is this giving us new evidence?
Woods.
Here it is. It's a more pulled back version of the photo I presented before. Should have said this earlier, bud.
0015R. Yep.
Oh, and that's maybe why it was perfectly symmetrical if it was representing that a different blockage, which was the bomb case.
That was what was blocking it, right? That's
Yeah.
it's the bomb case. So it's
and that's why he knew to be able to see the serial number.
So Apollo either opened the case and saw inside, and then someone clobbered him in that moment, and then he was writing that down, or, and I think this is the more likely thing, he put together in the moment the bomb. Why is the bomb case in here? Oh my god, and then got clobbered because they made a point of it being locked. I don't know if he ever actually opened it.
Or got clobbered while he was trying to open it.
Yeah. Huh? What's that hunk of metal on wheels? Mr. Payne, is the metallic object in the photo Mr. Tanade's bomb transport case?
That is correct. Is there some problem with that?
Ah, yes, that transport case was there in courtroom number 4 when the bomb went off. It must have been there ever since.
Oh, that's it.
Miss Woods, have you remembered something?
Yeah, I just realized. Its position. It's different from before.
Its position? The position of what?
The position of that big metal thing.
The bomb transport case?
Yeah, when Apollo and I went there, it was in a different place. Where the case is in the photo was open space, so it was easy to search the stand.
I see. So where was the transport case when you and Mr. Justice saw it?
As I recall, I think it was more to the right.
To the right. Then that... Oh, I see. In that case, the case was over there at the time of Apollo's attack.
Who cares where the transport case was when? What difference does it make? It has nothing at all to do with what we're...
Objection! Where the transport case was has everything to do with this discussion. In fact, it's so important that it's enough to turn the prosecution's argument on its ear.
On my ear?
Well, that...
I mean, usually when you use that turn of phrase, you're implying like a person instead of an entity. The prosecution's a lot of things here, but okay. And you sound as though you were with the case at the time of the attack. Yes, Your Honor. This diagram represents the crime scene as shown in the photo. And this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault on Mr. Justice. All right, I have this. The bomb transport case was here at the time of Paul's attack. On top of him, it was crushing him.
He was never hit in the head. He was crushed under the weight of a case.
Take that! Thump! Your Honor, I assert that this is where the transport case was at the time of the attack.
But that's...
Inconceivable.
Miss Woods, was this where the transport case was when you saw it?
Yes, that's where it was.
Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noted an interesting fact about this position.
The transport case covers up the writing in blood.
Exactly. If the transport case was in that position at the time of the assault, then no message could have been written there because the case was in the way. Which leads us to conclude that Mr. Justice couldn't have left that bloody writing. Objection!
Why should we believe the defendant's claim that the case was in a different position? She's obviously lying.
Objection! The fact is that the case was moved after the assault on Mr. Justice, and it's proved by more than Miss Woods' testimony alone.
What? And where's this proof you're talking about?
I'm actually with him on this one. Where is this proof you're talking about? Where is the further? Okay, let me think for a second. The bomb transport case was there. Tanate has the key.
Just let it play out and you'll see.
Okay, yep. It's right here in the crime photo.
Yeah, you don't have to present anything, you're just going to look at the photo.
I'm keen to see this proof myself, Mr. Wright.
What in this photo indicate? Oh, the tracks. Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, you can even actually see to the point of some of the rubble was moved around after the fact by the tire tracks being broken up.
Well, and it's real hard to erase blood afterwards.
And yeah, right there specifically, the bandaging was rolled over. So, yeah, okay. Present.
Take that!
Please take a look at the mark that runs over Mr. Justice's bandages here.
I see it, but what is it?
This mark was made by one of the casters from the transport case carrying the bomb. As the case was moved, it ran over his bandages. In other words, the transport case was originally to the right of Mr. Justice. Then, after Mr. Justice was assaulted, the transport case was moved.
What?
Just as Miss Woods said, the case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was impossible for Mr. Justice to have left that message in blood.
No! Oh god, his fucking pompadour.
You did it, boss. It was a real nail biter, but you pulled it off.
His comb-over pompadour.
That should bring down the prosecution's claim like a house of cards.
Order in this fucking court! Mr. Wright, that was a very clever deduction.
You're buttering me up, Your Honor. Pure genius, take that.
I'm sensing a definitive smug and braggy vibe coming off of you.
I have just one question, Mr. Wright. I started doing Phoenix's voice. Yes, Your Honor?
If Mr. Justice didn't leave this message in blood, then who did?
Ah?
Hmm?
Oh.
Well... Looks like I should have taken that train of thought through at the last station. Yeah, don't worry, I got you. I got you covered.
Well, well. I've heard a lot about this. So this is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it?
Ah, this feeling. It brings back memories of the old days. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through. I hate you, but I love you, Phoenix. I'm gonna give you a fucking noogie.
Gee, Mr. Wright, the judge kind of makes you sound no better than a 2-bit con man.
You made your argument with such confidence, Mr. Wright. Now I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence.
Hey, until the judge asked the question, you didn't catch on either, Buster. Okay, IMO, it was still Apollo. It was still Apollo. He was leaving a message. It just didn't read Woods. That is what I think is happening. So if there's a point where we have to deduce who left the message, then my answer...
How would he have been able to?
I mean,
he was
didn't,
already on the floor.
He didn't die immediately. He could have been fading in and out of consciousness and writing on the floor, and then afterwards they notice, oh shit, and then change the message. However, I might be thinking too far ahead.
That would be falsifying evidence, wouldn't it?
That would be a big old crime to do.
What now, Mr. Boss?
I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner.
Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way through this. I have to dig my way to the truth somehow. Who could have written that message in blood? So, I mean, if Apollo left it, then our case is blown in this moment. Even though I think he left part of it still. Failing that, the culprit is the next most logical person to have left it, if they were
I mean,
trying to frame.
They contributed.
However, was this instead someone else trying to push the narrative? Was there a third party involved here?
Let's go through what we know. We know that the Woods message is what's written in blood.
Yes.
You hypothesize that it is the bomb case message originally. That it was L100155
Yeah, maybe I'm just thinking way too hard.
converted to Woods. Who would have changed? Who would have originally written? Forget Woods. Forget all about Woods. Who would have written the bomb case number in blood?
Why
If it's
would
not a
someone want to write
Why
the
would
bomb?
the culprit have done it?
What? Yeah, so the culprit couldn't have done it, so it would have to be Apollo that wrote it.
No.
Either Apollo or I
something.
guess could have been
Apollo
Wood.
was. Let's bank
Whoa,
on.
whoa, hold on, back up for a second. What if that was a pre-existing message that was the detective? Because she died in that room the day before.
That's true.
Mhm.
Although
And
she
she
died in
probably
front of
would-
everyone, like gotten blowed up, and it was on the other side of the room.
No. She was found in the room
Oh,
the by
by the cops.
also crucially by Tanate, if memory serves. Didn't they say he discovered the body?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, because that was the other thing I was thinking is, I think maybe I was getting too far ahead of things here. If that message was put in blood by the detective the night before, and the bomb case was put on top of it to cover it up, and then Apollo was going snooping around, they go, shit, I can kill two birds with one stone, as it were, and put this, I can frame this to be Woods. So I'm gonna say someone
Bingo.
else.
hey, if we're wrong, we're wrong. That's justice, am I right?
If it wasn't Apollo, who could have left the bloody message? If it wasn't Apollo, who could have left the bloody message?
Who got a lady?
Candace R.
Take that!
She would also think to leave the bomb code because she's a fucking bomb
I
disarming
was just
expert.
thinking that.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes a lot more sense because I feel like Apollo
Then
would have
Apollo,
written
like,
case
looking up and down over and over again to be like,
box,
is that an 11?
metal.
Oh, they're using letters and numbers? No.
Also, to be fair, and they might point this out too, in his situation, wouldn't the far more obvious thing to do be mark the bomb case you're right next to? Like, put your blood on the bomb case, like X or something?
Yeah,
Like, that
if
would
it
be...
was right next to you.
If it was right next to you, that would be the sooner conclusion. But if you're, pinned under rubble or dead, and it's especially because it's dark, because that was in the collapse there, then it makes a lot of sense if it was Candace. But I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Besides Apollo, there was one more person who shed blood at this crime scene.
A person who shed blood? You don't mean?
Oh, but I do. I believe it was Candace Arm who left this message in blood.
What?
We're gonna get an objection. Here it comes.
What? I have an arm? Are you sure you know what you're doing here?
Not really.
Objection!
There it is.
What kind of ridiculous assertion is that? If you had said the attacker left the message to throw people off, it might have made sense.
At first glance, that would seem to be the most reasonable explanation. However, Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write his... Okay,
He also
goddamn it, I
bled
need to
from
pay
the back
attention to
of
this
his head,
shit.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about that, and then in my head was like, nah, maybe, censorship or whatever.
Yeah, it's the thing I was pointing out, but I was just doing it in a silly way before about how, like, it's
Silly that he has that heavily bandaged arm from a wound the day before and it's just bleeding from the tip.
But
Like he's a little quill that's been dipped in ink.
my thinking was that he was tapping into his wound with the finger and getting blood on it from the outside, and doing it. But there's not a lot of blood there. I was just assuming, out of frame, they don't want to show it. But no, I should be paying attention to that shit.
It's always worth considering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when we have the larger picture... Okay, yeah, it's good to know these pictures are consolidated, too.
Also, it only really occurred to me now that it's kind of definitive that the box was
on top of that writing when Apollo was unconscious because the box wasn't moved until he was already unconscious.
See,
because it ran over his little ribbons there. So therefore,
my original
he wouldn't have
envisioning of the scene was he's knocked unconscious, he's like bleeding on the floor, and the person is moving the bomb case, getting it away from Apollo so those two things don't become connected. And then as they're getting the scene set up and like, shit, okay, I gotta get out of here, they look over and see Apollo, like, is like half consciously trying to write out the box number, notices and goes, oh fuck, no, not that, and then changes
I gotta
the
change
message.
that. Yep.
I gotta make that say something else. But also,
I see what you mean.
all of that would have had to be a very spontaneous decision. Because
Yep.
there was not a lot of time between Apollo getting knocked unconscious and him being discovered. That would have had to be, like, to be able to see what he wrote if he had written it, and then go, oh, I can make that say Woods instead. I feel like that's something that would take a little, like, more time to decide. Like, at least a night's worth of time to decide.
Yep.
Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write such an extensive message.
Uh-oh.
I thought about this, but decided not to say it.
Oh, I see. Even the photo makes it clear there wasn't enough blood to write all those letters.
Yeah, okay, yeah, yep. They had a whole cutscene where there was a sea of blood earlier. If there's not a lot of blood in the photo, that's worth paying attention to. Good to know.
And Mr. Justice did survive. I suppose he didn't bleed very extensively in that case.
But why would Detective Arm write the defendant's name? There is no connection between the two whatsoever.
That's you, Ozzy.
And I didn't even know the lady would kill.
Pearl?
I admit, the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and defendant.
I like that even though they're very different, the idea of Pain and Phoenix viewing themselves similarly in their own
In the same suave
Thank you.
way.
Thank you.
Yes. It's great.
They had never even met each other.
That's very true. Well then, let's see. Then maybe the intended meaning of the message is not what it appears to be.
The intended meaning?
Not what it appears to be?
I mean, I don't know, maybe we fucking misread it. Maybe it wasn't meant to say Woods.
Maybe it was supposed to say dudes and they're real bad at spelling.
Okay, Wright, you're pushing it. You wish to assert this bloody writing could have had some other meaning?
Sure, Your Honor, I guess.
I guess that's what I'm doing now.
Something I pulled out of my wormhole. It could... You are a fucking worm. Turned out
Please
to be
don't
true,
fall in your
right?
wormhole. It clearly says Woods, as anyone can plainly see. What other meaning could it possibly have?
But Candace Arm was a detective. Maybe Woods only means something to the police. Like a police scanner code, for example.
I didn't think of that.
You may have tricked His Honor, but you'll never get the best of me. I have a thing for studying on the weekends, as you may have already guessed.
Didn't
Yeah, I
ask.
could guess by looking at you. Yeah, I could guess.
And there is no such radio code as Woods in this state, dear Mr. Wright.
If we were in Pennsylvania, maybe, but that courtroom is exploded. Is that a fact?
Look at me. I know about as much as you do about police codes.
Come on, we can assert. I know what it is.
Enough of this. I was quite taken with the defense's new theory, but if they can't substantiate it with anything, then I must end things here.
No, please wait, Your Honor.
Very well, but before we discuss with Sheri any further, I demand a plausible explanation. So, Mr. Wright, what is the true meaning of this bloody writing?
Well,
True meaning of Christmas.
I believe it's...
And no stalling! If you can't come up with an answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over.
No take backsies either.
I'm in trouble now. There's no take-backsies. What other meaning could it have other than the obvious one? Oh, maybe it means something in another language? Maybe it's code? Think, Phoenix. You can do this. See, I know. Which piece of evidence? Yes. Court record. Let's present the box. The box.
The box.
The box. We obviously only demolish.
Yeah, no, you think
Subordinates.
Yes. We obviously only demolish Stitches.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
Wow. Oh. Everyone. The stuffed animal.
The stuffed animal?
Yeah, I'm sorry, the acronym for WODs is what we're trying to think of.
Oh,
I was doing the same thing you were, Marina.
Just better, so I couldn't
No,
even tell.
worse, much worse, much worse.
The bomb transport case? I've had enough. I'm up to here with your shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Take a look at the numbers in this case, Your Honor. L1001 5R. Does this string look vaguely familiar?
L100. What does that have to do with anything?
What could those numbers possibly have to do with the case at hand?
Now please take a look at the bloody writing shown in the crime photo.
Oh, see it.
That a girl. That one's on my side. No, Phoenix, she went from this being a theory that could exist to it being confirmed in like 10 seconds. You took 5 minutes of stalling going, I don't know, maybe it's police code to figure this shit out. Fuck you.
And taking way too long to come up with acronyms in his head.
No stalling, I said. Okay, it says woods.
Or you could say it's a horse of a different color, Your Honor. The first character is in a
I
W.
don't like horses.
It's actually an L and a 1. The next two are zeros. Oh my fucking god. The true meaning behind the bloody writing isn't Mrs. Wood's name, it's that Apollo is fucking dyslexic. It's his number engraved on the bomb transport case.
What are you talking about? The next part doesn't make any sense. The next number is a 1, but the bloody writing says D.
But the number on the case and the bloody writing can be made to match up quite easily. This is how the number on the transport case can be made to match the bloody writing. Okay, can I look at the photo so I can... Okay, okay, what are the options? Erase 1 line, erase 2 lines, no, not read it backwards. This isn't
I
fucking
see, so not adding lines.
Erase 1 line or erase 2 lines. I think you could just erase a 1. Let me double check.
Erase 2.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, from the whole,
you have
from
to
the entire thing.
Yes.
I see.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
In that case, yeah, we remove the 1 line that's connecting the L and the 1, and then you remove the hump of the D, if I understand that correctly.
Yep.
Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought, like, this is what a culprit would do, is that they removed lines. And I was like,
no.
I've been looking at it totally wrong.
This is from our perspective of how you
yeah,
could
if
make
we
it look
erase
like
those,
it.
we can
Yes.
do it. Okay.
So yeah, we need to
decoding
erase
it.
2 lines. We erase this line right here, this third line, and we erase the hump of the D.
Yep. That'll do it. That'll get you.
That'll learn you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, do I have to select the ones or will it do it automatically?
Nope.
Please, no, it does automatically actually. Please erase the third downward stroke of the W in the curved part of the D. Yeah, there we go.
What?
Well, would you look at that? Lewis! It was Leon!
No, Your Honor, it isn't meant to be read as a word. It's the number L1.
L isn't a number, Phoenix. You're trying your wily ways again.
Guilty.
Guilty. All of you are guilty. Blow up this courtroom too to be safe.
Which, if you take away the final R, is the exact same number that's on the bomb transport case.
Erase 2 lines and they match up, you say? Well, I can change anything into anything else simply by erasing 2 lines.
Okay, do
Erase
it.
2 lines from your name. Would you be happy as Mr.
Mr. Wright?
Well, would you, Mr. Wright? Would you be happy?
Okay, the only right spelling is right. Okay, I'm doing pretty well here, and I think I've drawn the right conclusion. Detective Arm's real message to us is the bomb transport case number. Your Honor, the 2 lines were added by the real culprit to intentionally mislead people.
What?
The original message Detective Arm left behind, not Dr. Arm, different guy, was the transport case number. But whoever...
Something about his wife.
Whoever assaulted DePaulo changed the message.
If you're right, boss.
L is real, 10-10-0-15, thank you.
And what do you suppose Detective Arm was trying to tell us?
Good question. What does this number represent?
Yeah, how do you do this, bud?
Do you see this number here? That is my identification number.
Candace Arm lost her life in the courtroom bombing. Her dying message could only have had one purpose.
No.
To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing.
And it was the metal case who did it.
Well, it's the same number as him. That's why the case has...
Yeah, I know.
That makes
His
sense.
ID number, but still.
Well, don't keep us in suspense, Mr. Wright. Tell us who she was trying to name.
The culprit that the victim was trying to identify is none other than fucking Ted Lasso.
Ted.
Ted Tonate.
The defense wishes to indict Mr. Ted Tonate on the charge of the courtroom bombing. Sorry, I mispronounced his name. Tonate. Ted Theodore Tonate.
Ted Tonate.
Apparently, disabling bombs isn't Mr. Tonate's only specialty. Somehow, the victim must have realized he was the bomber, so when she was caught in the blast, she left his bomb transport case number as her dying message. She used Mr. Tonate's own ID number to finger him. Objection! For the crime.
Please don't talk to us about that. Oh, okay. Sorry, I should have given.
Yeah, I had a thought in my
actually-
head. I thought maybe it was a parrot again, but no, it wasn't this
No,
time.
That's actually my bad. I do apologize for that. I am a gentleman after all.
Yeah, genteel
anyway,
man.
Die.
You have a fucking plantation. Go on.
Anyway, Die.
Ah!
Why would anyone go out of their way to write an ID number? Wouldn't they simply write the person's name?
Okay, shit, he's got me there. What do you have to say? Yeah, talking about the case itself. So I think I was thinking even further ahead here. That only Detective Arm would know the answer to that, but allow me to offer a theory. Perhaps Detective Arm couldn't recall Mr. Tonate's name in the heat of the moment. As I recall, this was the first meeting between the two. It's entirely possible they wouldn't have been familiar with each other.
Or maybe using the ID number was a way to hide its true meaning from the real culprit, thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing.
But no matter what the we're just gonna blow right past that, okay. The important thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains, she wrote Mr. Tonate's ID number.
Now, just one moment there. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Detective Arm who wrote it. The bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast. If Detective Arm had left the message, it should have been found at that time.
Back and forth. Naturally, Mr. Tonate hid it before anyone could discover it. And there's a simple explanation for how he was able to do so.
What?
With the big cart.
Was able to cover the message up because he's the first to find the body.
Because they would have to send in Bomb Squad guy first.
Exactly. The first person to discover the bloody writing was Mr. Tonate himself.
I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body.
That is so bone-chilling with the black and white and the yellow text in a way that's, like, weirdly, like, funny and relaxing and comforting.
It's like ASMR, yeah.
What is reverse ASMR? Because I think it's that.
Almost ASMR means it's not ASMR. When Mr. Tonate saw the victim had written his ID number, he used the bomb transport case to cover up the bloody writing as a stopgap measure.
Oh, so that's why the message in blood was under the transport case.
Gaspin Payne's voice actor is an actor from Star Trek? Oh shit, what? Which actor?
That's fun.
Stop
There's a
asking
high
me about
probability
my
we'll know.
history.
He didn't have enough time to try and scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious. So these letters lived on to serve another function when Mr. Tonate used them in another incident.
Oh, the assault on Mr. Justice.
Exactly. I love that nod so much. Mr. Tonate hit upon a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purposes. So he didn't clean it away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it by adding 2 lines to the writing that Detective Arm left behind.
Excuse me.
He changed the meaning of the message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Woods of the attack.
That means
The only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the courtroom bomber, who was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice. And that person is Ted Ternate.
Could you please stop making me recoil so hard that my hair falls off?
Okay, hold up.
this costs $500.
You
Fucking god of his voice actors, Dwight Schultz.
no. Apparently, according to Aiden here in chat, apparently it's Vic Mignogna, which I don't think they were a Star Trek actor, and they are also definitely a sex pest.
Well, that makes my voice for him even more fitting.
Perfect.
That's
yes.
true. You're right on.
Order in this fucking court. It looks like we're gonna have to kill Gaspin Payne. Mr. Payne, please allow Mr. Ternate to take you into the box.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Just like what happened to my brother.
No.
That was great, Mr. Wright.
Just doing what I do best. Just flying by the seat of my pants.
Is handling the case of yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try.
He played James T. Kirk in the series Star Trek Continues. You know, I feel like they have a similar vibe. That's fair, him and William Shatner.
Yeah.
That sex pest vibe, yeah.
Yeah. I've finally drawn Mr. Ternate back on the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, Goggle Man. No, okay. Now watch
Goggle
me
Man.
take your lies apart, Goggle Man.
Look, insults have never been his primary degree.
Well, what was it? Because it wasn't law.
Liberal arts.
Yeah, no, I was trying to work up to a liberal arts joke, but I was deciding in my head, are liberal arts jokes trite at this point? But here's the thing, Phoenix himself would be self-joking about, yeah, look, I got a liberal arts degree.
Also, again, this is 10 years
too late.
in the... Also, this is 10 years in the future, so it's not 10 years too late. Culture loops back around
You're
about
right,
every 20 years.
You're right.
So
He's going to bring it back. He's going to be the trendsetter.
he's going to bring it back. God, he's going to bring back every fucking 2010s ass humor.
Y'all do the Harlem Shake?
Oh, God.
Yeah, boss.
The OG voice actor of Phoenix Wright, Ben Judd, was accused of sexual harassment at Capcom. Oh, great!
Great. Well, it sounds like they replaced him, which is good.
Yeah, because currently, at least in the anime, his actor is Eric Vale, who, if Eric Vale gets to his grave without having a sexual assault allegation against him, he is going to get a perfect score no hits screen that pops up at the end like it's a fucking R-type game of like, congratulations, you made it out of the anime voice acting industry without being a sex pest. Well done.
You're just a regular person. Good job.
Congrats.
Bars in hell.
Like, here's the thing. I'm not accusing Eric Vale of being a sex pest. I think he's kind of a prick from what I have heard, but like in a normal way where like voice actors aren't your friends, you shouldn't expect them to be. Good lord, the Funimation like room, like if we find out Funimation had a Bill Cosby room, it would not surprise me in the fucking slightest.
I mean,
It would
that's
be the least surprising thing about the whole thing.
It's the entertainment industry. We need protections for performers.
We need protections for the arts from the artists.
So personally,
But not from this courtroom, because we're not going to get any real comprehensive legislation based off of any court cases passed here. None of these rulings will help anyone.
Go ahead.
Personally, I just think that whether or not the sex pests are wearing protection is not really the relevant point.
Oh god, no, but also,
I'm sorry I'm like this.
I appreciate after all this Volpic saying, I think he was an English student.
Honestly, yeah.
Alright, I don't think Eric Vale's a sex pest. Moving on.
Mr. Ternate, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you.
That's you now, Ozzy.
Right, yes. I understand the situation, Your Honor.
I kept thinking about this voice hours after we were starting.
Your lawyer's got a settlement from your former employer. The low offer is 1,000, but your lawyers are fighting to see if you get you 6,000. Wow. Congratulations.
Awesome, dude.
Incredible.
We're giving you strength, giving you energy as much as we can, because God knows we can't give you legal help. God knows.
Yeah, lending you those fuck the corporations get paid energy. Whew.
Are we doing like a legal spirit bomb?
Yes.
Yep.
I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery.
We know all about legal bombs. We've been doing this case for so long.
The allegations are all laughable.
Objection!
I wouldn't be laughing if I was you, Mr. Donate. The message in blood matches your ID number. Oh, apparently auto's on. Whoops. How do I turn it off? F. Okay, whatever that said. Hang on.
Such a far-fetched theory. No one no better than a tangled ball of wires.
Same ones there on the transport case. Okay, yeah, there we go. I've also noticed the case is very much here. It fucking...
I'll have them untangled for you in no time.
It's
Perfect.
kind of just sitting there like it's a little robot companion.
It's, yeah, our little friend. That's all our R2. You were the first person on the scene after Detective Arm left her message in blood. You were the only one who could have hidden the writing and then used it again later. Also, he actually was an art student.
I see ×2. But then, let me ask you. Do you have any proof that Detective Arm wrote that message?
That's a very good question. Well, do you, Mr. Wright?
The best way to
Fuck
prove
no.
that Detective Arm wrote that message is to analyze the DNA. Yeah, because there should be new, different blood for the new letters. So all we need to determine is that there's 2 different types of blood there.
Yeah, because I doubt Bloody Finger is their usual method for handwriting, so...
Exactly.
Well, it might be.
Hey, that's true, I don't know.
It is for me.
Your Honor, I request that a DNA test be performed on the blood itself. Once we know whose it is, it'll be obvious as to who wrote the message.
Very well. Bailiff, please put in a request for a DNA test with the forensic team.
Can you specify
Yes, Your Honor.
what part of the blood? Okay, whatever.
It will be some time
No,
before
don't
we
worry
have
about
results of the analysis. Until then, let's hear more from the witness.
I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's theory is.
Okay, let's hear your fucking testimony. After the explosion.
I admit I was the first one on the scene after the explosion.
Okay.
But there was no bloody writing there at the time. Anyway, there is no way Detective Arm could have written it. She struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found.
We already know that she didn't die instantly.
Yes. I think you might be right. Hang on.
We can check that. Certainly, we can check.
Time of death.
Between 8 and 11.
Her left hand is clean, we should note.
Yeah.
Correct.
But we don't see her right hand in this photo. But she definitely bled enough that a message could have been written. Also, it's worth knowing, she's fully sat up here.
Yeah.
Almost like either she was repositioning herself as she was dying, or someone repositioned her.
She sat up bleeding from the back, too, so it's not like she was just pushed from the blast of the explosion into that position, because theoretically all the trauma would be to the front of the head in that case.
Exactly, like she would have been faced the other way around.
Or some of it, anyway.
So you're saying the victim's body was nowhere near where the writing was?
Precisely. It is plain as day that she could not have written it.
The DNA test will take days, and we need to finish this trial by tomorrow.
It is true that the body was discovered near the entrance of the courtroom.
Oh.
Please have a look at this crime scene photo.
Wow, conveniently cropped fingers, as you see.
As you can see, there's blood on the rubble near the victim's body. She must have died after hitting her head there.
Courtroom bombing photo added to the court record.
I see.
I'm gonna take a look myself, see if there's anything else.
I guess it's also possible she could have just been knocked unconscious and then got up, and then when the first bomb squad person comes in, who is the one who did the crime, and went, oh shit, there's someone here seeing me do
They
crime.
just kind of clobber him.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible.
You just kind
She
of
could have been shoved.
drag him, clobber. Like they might just be unconscious, and then you know, bump.
I see. All right then, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Do you have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart?
Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, can you say that, number 15, Burger King foot lettuce, in that voice, Ozzy, please? You better subscribe for this.
Fuck that, you better donate for this.
You don't have to, but...
No, you don't have to, obviously. Fuck. Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce.
The music cutting it is exactly as good as I was hoping it would be. Yes.
Thank you. It was a good bit. It was a very good bit.
Okay. You admit you were the first one on the scene after the explosion. Okay.
That he's kept consistent throughout the whole trial.
But there was
Yeah,
no...
that makes sense.
This could be true, because it could be something, like, because she doesn't necessarily have to be dead at this point when he has arrived. So, yeah. I will wait on that for a second. There is no way Detective Arm could have written it. She had struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom. Okay, can I press on this? Let me think.
You can do more than press on this.
Can I just immediately present the autopsy on this?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Take a look
cool.
at it.
Yeah, time of death between...
Trauma to back of head
Oh, with a
caused
flat
by
object.
impact with a flat object.
Yeah, that's
Her head
I
on
didn't even notice
rubble.
that part because there was
Yep.
no focus on time of
Flat
death. It's a
flat object.
And
That's
it's
a
on
corner.
a-
That's a corner.
Yep,
You're right.
it's on a broken corner piece.
Bingo, bango, bongo. You are a terrible liar, Mr. Tanade. Take a look.
Fuck, man.
Oh, that's $15. Thank you, Austin.
Oh.
From Stan.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay. No.
Okay.
I mean, thank you, but also, please
Hey,
don't.
Stan.
Please
Thank
don't
you, Austin.
financially reward the Burger King foot lettuce voice. Please. I am begging you,
Okay.
don't do that to me.
You don't actually get food if you order Burger King through Austin, actually.
To be so
I do have to
clear,
warn you about that.
I have fully checked. I have disabled the text-to-speech voice. I have disabled it. It is still playing for some reason. So I just heard, thank you, Austin. Oh, God, that's $20 from Eric.
What?
Holy shit.
Yeah, again,
No,
not
no,
gonna
no,
point
the voice,
out,
no.
you
The
not
voice-
getting
the voice
an
is about to say
actual
Daddy
lettuce
Austin.
full.
The voice is about to say
Okay,
Daddy
okay.
Austin. Oh, no.
Okay, Daddy Austin.
I want you to know I unmuted the stream just to hear a robot call me daddy.
Oh, my God.
That's gonna be forever saved in the VOD.
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
this going through the Phoenix Wright games is now going to be permanently altered because of this.
Yep.
We've created a new future.
Be considerate with your money, y'all. I really appreciate it. Do consider any personal life things or gifts you want to buy for your own friends before you donate for bits. I really appreciate
Before you
it.
call me daddy for speaking in the TikTok lady voice.
God. Okay, thank you both so much. Seriously, it really helps. Thank you. All right. Take a look at this autopsy. Specifically, the part about Detective Arm's head injury. Cause of death, trauma to back of head caused by impact with a flat object.
Yes, what about it?
Now take a good look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed.
Hey, you're right, boss. It is pointy.
Got him. Just like, I was gonna
Like
make
your
the same
hair.
joke. I was gonna make the same joke. Damn it. It's like your hair. I can't call that don't make jokes, though, because I didn't say it.
No, that's just big sidekick.
That's
energy.
preemptive.
Yeah.
Don't make jokes.
Sidekick energy, no.
That is odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction?
I believe
Why
in...
is Phoenix's hair like that?
Why are you so pointy?
I believe it means the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. The bloodstain you see is just another fabrication from the liberal media. Its purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance.
Oh, you are a boomer, Nick.
Nobody's calling him Nick now. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
you-
that's so true.
Maya's not
We
here.
are.
Claiming the culprit moved the victim's body.
That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head at some other location, more likely on the floor or some other flat surface. And this location was somewhere near the bloody writing when it was found.
In that case, she definitely could have written the message.
It's even unlocked, you did not make the joke. You
Your
wanna
Honor.
yeah, let Maria. Maria doesn't have a bunch of characters right now. Let Maria
Nope,
take
you're right.
this.
You're right.
The results of bloodstain analysis.
Holy shit! It's been 10 minutes.
Wow,
Oh,
that
the
was
time machine.
That's incredible. That was so fast. According to this report, the message was written in Detective Arm's blood. And as the defense claims, only the parts of the message that were added afterwards were written in Mr. Justice's blood. Okay, yes, they did test that. Excellent. It would appear the defense's assertion is correct after all.
But by the fucking way, there's absolutely no way they'd be able to get that clear a blood sample when the two blood sources were mixed together like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely
absolutely not.
fucking not.
Absolutely not.
The one thing they would be able to tell is that this is definitely not not
same
just
blood.
Arm's blood.
Yeah,
Not
this
even
is
if
more
they're
than one person's blood. Maybe it's rat blood. We have no way of knowing.
even if they're embezzling funds that are supposed to be going to rebuilding courthouse number 4 into having a time machine for the courthouse, even if that's happening, that's not going to change the fact that the blood got all mixed up. Doesn't matter how much time you take.
Here's what they did. They took a picture. They took this exact picture of the blood and they fed it to ChatGPT. And they asked, "Hey ChatGPT, is this blood Mr. Justice's and Ms. Sykes' blood?" And it
Based
went,
on the size of the window in the background,
exactly.
Oh god damn it.
Shit like that. Like we think determined 99% chance that it is at 98%, 73% chance, slowly decreasing.
good enough for me. Yes, you did it. You were right, boss.
Now I have to drive it home. I'll have to take a good look at the bloody writing analysis later.
1. 11. 1.
I have friends who type like this. Fuck.
Yeah, he's a bottom. He's key mashing.
Mr. Sonate, it is apparent that you are bottoming in the court. I hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself.
For your sins. Fine, I will confess.
Well, but then why are you so calm?
This time, I will tell the truth.
Okay.
Lying in court is not a crime.
New testimony.
It is true that Detective Arm wrote my ID number. She very plainly wrote L10015R. I was shocked. But I did not detonate the bomb. Detective Arm must have mistaken me for the real bomber.
What?
Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad.
My bad. And the
Well, that all sounds right to me.
I see. Well, so your assertions you merely moved the body, is that it?
That is correct. I did not kill Detective Arm.
Oh, well, if that's all you did, then you're still definitely fired. Wait a minute. That's also a crime.
God damn it, I love you, Judge.
Glad to see you finally crossed that finish line, Your Honor. Okay, very well then. Your cross-examination, please. We have to start a 5th trial within this trial. Okay, let me think about this for a second. So what is provably wrong here? It is true that Detective Arm wrote your ID number. Sure.
Yeah, it seems right.
She very plainly wrote L1005R. No! Actually, she didn't. She very plainly wrote L1015 and then the R is cut off, which I think.
Oh, and how would he
maybe-
know?
Okay.
Or unless, I mean, if we're implying that it's his badge number, he would already know that. But
Tell me if I'm wrong about this, Austin. if I'm wrong about this specifically, about the R being cut off being what's wrong here.
I mean, we can go through
ahead and present it.
Oh, shit!
Hell yeah!
As you so quickly put together. I honestly thought I was going to have to give you a hint. Yeah, no, the R was missing.
Yeah, it's the fact that he said she very plainly wrote it that makes me go, well, hang on. Are you just saying that? Because that's not what's there. You would have, if you murdered a woman and then was looking at what she wrote in blood, you probably would have noticed if it wasn't quite your number. And also, if someone tampered with it, that R, removing the R was an important aspect of it.
Yep.
I just want to make doubly sure that L1005R is really what you saw written in blood. Yeah, because if he's telling the truth, that means someone else tampered with the scene.
Yes, it very clearly said L10015R.
I keep reading it as loser.
It is.
Yeah,
oh my god, that's
yeah,
what it is.
because he's a loser.
Oh my god, it's loser. Oh my god, it's loser. Oh my god, it's loser.
If you took away a vowel and made some vowel silent, then it's loser.
It's leet.
Well, it's looser that in that case, but
that's odd because that's not what I see. Oh, I forgot you're here.
What on earth are you babbling about now? I've been here the whole time.
God forbid a white boy act a little quirky, Your Honor.
Wasn't it you who claimed that the bloody writing was his ID number in the first place?
Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. On that note, I also want to myself, just for the player's sake, see what this says. DNA analysis definitively proves that the blood of the writing to be that of the victim, Candace R., age 27. However, the lines that were added later were found to be yes. Okay. And this photo also shows the same thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I suppose either of those pieces of evidence could have done it. Now tell me, does it really say L1015R?
Ow! Eep.
Something is missing, isn't it? And that something is the final R.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Tanate?
Oh, right. Now I remember. There was no R on the end.
So it wasn't racist. I can say it without the R.
oh, that took a second to click.
Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. However, this guy would. This guy would argue it.
Well, no, he wouldn't. He's a cop. He just dropped the hard R.
That's fair. Anyways, well, I suppose dropped. What is the meaning of drop it? We dropped it. It was just a slip.
It was just a slip of the It was just a slip of the finger. My bad.
Come back, my beautiful contradiction.
Mr. Wright, I'm not so sure it was just a slip of the finger.
Oh, good. Athena gets to do something. You have something for me, Athena? Yes, excellent.
Said he's extremely agitated, almost panicked.
I don't know what you mean. He looks fine to me.
He looks a little flustered.
He looks like AI-generated Team Fortress engineer, but other than that...
Well, Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake.
I don't know. Did he really just make a typo? What about that R? Did Mr. Tsunade really see it? He thought he saw an R, or he actually saw it. If he's agitated right now,
because he got caught in a lie.
I think.
Also, we know that there was an R written
truth.
there because you can see it in the photo. It's just that rubble was moved around.
Exactly. Why was rubble moved if it's not going to be somehow important? So I think he actually saw it.
He actually saw it.
Yeah, he did see it. It is what it said. Maybe Mr. Tsunade really did see the R, but there's no R anywhere in the bloody writing. What's going on here? Huh? Now, let's take a good look at the photo. I think maybe... That's it!
What is it now, Mr. Wright? Are you trying to imitate Apollo in his cords of steel?
That's it! I've got it! So that's what happened. A slip of the finger. Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. I propose that Mr. Tsunade really did see the letter R.
What?
But the photo clearly shows there's no R.
No, Your Honor. Actually, just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. Tsunade actually could have seen the R.
If you're gonna make that claim, you better be able to point to what you mean. What part of the photo shows... Okay, this is starting to feel like Dora the Explorer a little bit. Like, because we were literally just dragging it over to the R, right? Like, literally just the gap where there is lettering.
Either the gap or the little bit of writing that's there.
Yeah, like... I think that's right.
Yeah, the small bit of... small red bit next to the S.
Take that!
Sometimes it can get weird about,
Where exactly?
Yeah.
Please look here to the right of the 5. You see a little bit of red? Oh, I see it, just on the edge where the floor is broken up. That's the R that Mr. Donate saw.
It's true that the witness wears some very, very odd goggles, but that doesn't mean his eyesight is bad nor his brain power. What part of that little smudge looks like an R to you?
But what Mr. Tonate saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole and complete R written there, before the floor was damaged by the explosion. Oh, well, that explains... Huh? What?
Try to explain what you mean.
Why is this what people are caught up on?
Because you just proposed that everything happened the exact opposite order.
Yep, because that's the way it really went down. Okay, I didn't realize this wasn't established yet. Okay, the timing of when the R was written turns everything about this case around. Now then, if the floor was damaged by the explosion, when was the message written? It had to be before the explosion, which means she was killed before the explosion. You know, when the commotion was happening, everyone was trying to run out of the room.
Yeah, when everyone was like, ah, bomb!
Yeah, and like if a person falls over, everyone's first concern isn't going to be that.
Yep.
So it was before the explosion. It had to be. Yes, she had to write the message before the bomb went off because the floor was damaged by the explosion, but the rubble shaking. My understanding of the situation was that she was killed and the bomb going off was supposed to be what made it look like it was. That's why he wanted everyone to evacuate in the first place. Otherwise, it probably would have been easier to just let the bomb go off. Like,
also, the bomb did some structural damage, but, like, I know some of it could have just been, like, stylistic choice. But the crime scene itself, like, a bomb could do a lot more than just sort of, like, knocking over some floor and pillars in a room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was just that one room. So, like, an explosives expert could probably set that up so it would be just bomby enough to leave all the evidence you want left, you know?
Exactly. Like, I don't want to kill everybody here. And also, I want... If I, the bomb expert, don't at least acknowledge, oh god, the bomb's going off, then the questions are going to be put on me afterwards and I might get more heat than I want. Let me make it look like, oh god, a bomb is going off, but it's too late, everyone get out, that I have done my job correctly here, and in the commotion, use that moment for someone else who theoretically is now about to be panically needing to do their job. Get rid of them, especially if they already knew what was going on, because I mean, if you have a detective who's also a bomb expert, and a person who does bombs, and a bomb goes off in the courtroom, that person is gonna talk to 1 out of 1 people and be like, okay, so what happened? Like, you're in charge of this. This seems like it was your fault. Like it makes sense to me that they would want her dead before the bomb went off. That bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that. We can only conclude it was written before the explosion.
But that's ridiculous.
If that were true, it overturns your own premise. That's right. It does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion even occurred.
Oh my god.
Order in this court.
What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten that the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion, completely unsinged?
True.
What body would not be singed in an explosion?
Totally in normal condition. Consider a scenario. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion. Or even before... Oh. Okay, I didn't think of that.
Weekend at Bernie's?
Or it might have been that she was in the box. Or even before the trial began. Her body was subsequently placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. That way it could be made to look like she was a victim of the blast.
What?
It could also be a way to get rid of if someone was going to have some sort of testimony against you for the thing that the trial was, which was for the bombing.
Oh!
A way to cover up murdering a witness or an expert or something like that could be by killing them and then making it look like it was just another bombing.
And why would the components of the bomb have been outside of the bomb case? Up until now, we have been positing it was supposed to be like to frame Juniper to make it look like she did it. But in that case, why not just leave the bomb case open? Why would the bomb case be closed with all of its contents on top of it, if not because there was something else in the case? If her body was in the case, not quite dead, like almost dead, like my hypothesis is that she walked in or figured out what was going on Ted Krasinski or whatever his name is before the while he was getting this set up or at some stage, and he panicked, hit her on the back of the head, like
we know it was opened once,
and then stuffed her in the trunk. And came up with the plan of, I'll set off the bomb and then in the commotion, I'll put the body down. I'll be the first in to discover it afterwards. Okay. My thinking was that this was premeditated murder of this woman. This could have been even further premeditated, or because she wasn't already dead when put inside the case, it seems more likely to me that it was spontaneous and then a plan was made while she was unconscious.
Yeah.
I might be wrong about that, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Looks like we had better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Arm before the trial?
Let's see. According to the police report... here it is. One person saw the victim before the trial, yes.
Uh-huh.
And that person was...
Yeah.
Said Tanate.
Uh-huh.
The one person you'd be like, yeah, I totally saw her, and she was very walking and alive, actually, and breathing.
100% alive.
Especially breathing.
No one besides Mr. Tanate shot the victim?
That appears to be the case, Your Honor.
You know, now that I think about it, isn't it usually a bomb squad who's like, why are we letting this one guy have so much authority?
Please don't skip this. Dot, 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 dot.
Thank you. Also,
ooh, you could remix that.
He typed it out.
Bars. Sophia, take care. Take it easy.
Yay.
Take it sleazy.
I would now like to ask the court to recall something. Specifically, Mr. Tanate's words from yesterday.
It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb.
Oh my! Mr. Donate, just before the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together at the scene of the crime, courtroom number 4. Your Honor, the defense requests new testimony from Mr. Donate. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts, but just before the trial.
Mr. Tanate, your testimony, please.
My testimony? There is no need for...
He's completely unnerved, Mr. Wright. He must have hit the nail on the head.
Because of woke.
Because of woke. All I did was transport the bomb to the courtroom.
Here's the thing. There might be another layer to this, maybe. There's a chance he's actually telling the truth, that he is an accomplice of something else that happened, or that he might be an unwitting part of some of this. I think he just fucking did it.
Yeah, I think he works with bombs because he likes...
Yeah.
He likes the big boom.
Big, wants the big boom.
God blast this thing! I was only in the courtroom with the victim because of our work. I swear, I was only transporting the bomb there.
You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder. Did you not?
Tisk, tisk. Do you always leave yourself so open to attacks, Mr. Wright?
What now, Mr. Payne?
Mr. Tanate may have had the opportunity to kill Detective Arm, but an important piece of your assertion is missing.
Motive. What important piece? Oh, also
The
weapon.
murder
Yeah, that's a good
weapon.
point. Yeah.
What do you claim was used to kill the victim?
What is that?
Oh my god. Hang on. So,
The
for the record,
highlighting.
the remote switch is still missing.
Correct.
No, there's no way. There would be blood on it. That was too much blood, and there would, yeah. What?
I mean, that could be why the remote is missing. I guess she could have been like,
Don't you remember? Isn't that a replica?
It is a replica.
That picture, too? It's a replica of the thing?
oh, maybe the crack.
Was the crack? Did
It
this
could've been-
motherfucker murder her with the bomb? And that's why there's no... Oh my god, is that actually what it was? Oh my god, because there would be no evidence. It exploded.
There would be no evidence.
Oh my god!
And that's
oh,
why
you
the
know-
replica has the cracked
That
screen
would-
in it. If it's a
that would
one
explain
replica.
why he.
that-
Go ahead.
That would
Amira.
maybe explain what she caught him doing too, where like he may have been setting the bomb to go off here again,
And yeah, it was spontaneous. Like he has it in his hands. I need to kill you.
and it's like whack, and then like oh shit. Now I've got to get rid of this body. I'll get rid of it in the explosion I was gonna do.
They also made a point of saying all of its dimensions and its weight as well, so that this could
alloy
plausibly
plating.
be used as a weapon because it has a bunch of flat surfaces and it weighs
And
a
it's
decent
pretty
amount.
heavy.
Mm-hmm. 12 pounds.
A photo
gotta
of the
be
real
enough
bomb was
whack.
submitted at some point for the previous trial. Oh man. Okay.
Mr. Payne has a point. Even if Mr. Tanate had the chance, without a weapon, we couldn't accuse him of the crime.
Oh, well, Mr. Tanate. Oh, yes. Yes, that's right. I didn't have any sort of thing that could be used as a murder weapon
Yes,
on
you
me.
did. Yes, you did.
I can
Especially
see why
not a
you think this
bomb.
is the perfect crime.
I couldn't possibly have killed Detective Arm.
Did he really have nothing he could use as a murder weapon? What is it, Athena?
Just looking over the victim's autopsy report. I'm hoping there's something in here that can point us in the right direction.
Well, it does say she died from trauma to the back of the head with a flat object.
Yeah, and to inflict that specific kind of injury. All you would need is a flat surface, right?
A heavy blunt object with a flat surface could definitely be our murder weapon.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you indicate for the court what was used to kill Detective Arm?
I believe I can. Believe being the key word here.
You can?
Then please do so now. What did Mr. Tanate have that could be used as the murder weapon?
It's funny that this was essentially like a pretty perfect crime until Apollo's silly ass decided to come stumbling back in.
I can find the stuffed animal. You need your weed?
You put your weed in your elephant, okay.
Trips on his shoelace, lands, like, maybe it's over here, moves. Oh, wait, shit. Hang on, I'm joking. What if that is what happened? Maybe the stuffed animal's over here, moves the bomb case, discovers the writing. What if that is what happened?
That would be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Take that!
Oh, the music is still playing. Uh-oh. That, in the older games, that's a sign that you got it wrong. Mr.
We'll find
Tanate,
out.
you said you didn't have anything that could be used as a weapon. But in fact, you had the perfect thing.
What? What the devil are you talking about?
You had this.
That's the bomb. I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast.
The bomb blast, no. But I believe Candace Arm was killed with this bomb. Because this is the blunt object that delivered the fatal blow to her head. Okay, no, we're good. Please recall the description of Detective Arm's head wound. Trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object.
I
Candace
know
Arm.
he's an expert, but that's absolutely wild to be like, I'm just gonna smash the shit out of your head with this bomb in my hands.
I guess maybe he could have, because he has shown us repeatedly he can disassemble and reassemble it. He could have removed the explosive component before
That's true.
shattering her and then reassembled it. Trauma to the... Yeah, okay. We assume this injury was sustained when her head hit the floor. but a blow from any flat side of this bomb would produce the exact same wound pattern. Oh? Gonna key match, motherfucker?
Tee-hee-hee.
The fuck?
Tee-hee, hoo-hoo. Then show me proof. Where's the evidence that I hit the victim with the bomb?
Ah, he's right. I don't have anything decisive.
Did you have any of the victim's blood on
It's
the
a
bomb?
replica.
That would be decisive proof, wouldn't it? But too bad. The bomb is blown to bits. It's long gone. Boom! Game over. Yeah.
Mr. Wright, is there really nothing on the bomb in the photo?
The crack. It's on the bottom. The blood's on the bottom. The blood is on the bottom. This is a photo of the real bomb. The blood is on the bottom of the bomb. We can't see the blood in the photo, but there is a crack. I don't see any blood or anything. Oh, thank you, Athena.
Wait, the timer display is a little broken here. Maybe it was broken when it made contact with Detective Arm's head.
That's definitely a distinct possibility, but unless we find a fragment with the victim's blood on it, it's not gonna count.
I guess you're right.
By setting off the bomb, Tanaate managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon. What in the world do I do now? At times like this, I gotta change gears and look at things a different way, and look to a woman in the room. Instead of looking.
That's not looking in a different way, though, bro.
Yeah, that's just how you're always doing it. Instead of looking for things he wasn't able to hide, I should be looking for a way to expose the things he did hide. Ted Tanaate murdered Detective Arm before the trial started. Then he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off, which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. And I think I have just the thing. Time to present the photo that shows exactly what Mr. Tanaate had to hide. The photo.
That body.
I mean, yeah, the photo of the body, right?
Yeah, courtroom bombing photo.
Yeah.
Take that!
Your Honor, there's something we've all been overlooking. If the murder took place before the trial, then Mr. Tanaate would have had to hide the body somewhere during the trial.
You're right. And if we can figure out where that hiding place was.
Exactly. We might be able to find some evidence we can pin him down with. So where could Mr. Tanaate have hidden the body during the trial?
In that trunk.
In the case.
Wait, a box big enough for a body? A box that was in the courtroom the whole time? A box nobody would touch if they thought there was a bomb in it? Mr. Tanaate.
What is it? Do you finally have some decisive evidence to show me? Did you think I was gone, motherfucker?
I'm back, bitch.
I will never leave. I will outlast all of you.
What TikTok does to a motherfucker? No, you're the one who's gonna show it to me.
Come again.
You heard me. Now, show me what's inside the bomb transport case.
What? Why? No, there's just no need.
Oh, I got him now. Just before the trial, you killed the victim with a blunt object, and then you placed her body in the ruins of the courtroom after that bomb went off.
Yeah, there should be blood in there.
Exactly. Clearly, you were trying to make it look like she died in the explosion. But where was the body hidden during the trial?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
The answer is right here. Inside a box made of thick alloy plating that can withstand any impact.
No, that's completely false.
If it's false, you should have no objection to showing us your transport case. So let's open it up and take a look inside, shall we? Yeah, I noticed that they modeled it inside of the courtroom. Who's saying hold it?
Dot. I'm not doing it again. Let's not. Not if you value your life.
What's he up to now?
There's bombs in there.
Remain calm and listen carefully. This bomb will
Okay,
detonate in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yo, why did we give him? Why did we let him do that? Why did we let him do that?
He has police on his uniform.
Oh
What?
yeah, you're right.
Huh?
I repeat, this HH-3000 will detonate in 5 minutes.
What's going on?
Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial. before this bomb goes off.
Mr. Tanate, are you threatening me?
I am the only one who can disable this bomb.
Hey, where could we put a bomb that's about to explode? Where could we put a bomb that's about to explode? And why don't we put him in there with it, too, just to be safe?
But then it'll get rid of the blood evidence. Oh.
Fair.
If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me.
Your
What if we just
opinion is
chuck
I'm
it?
innocent.
What if we just tuck it into courtroom number 4? That
That's fair.
fucking
Yeah,
room
that-
is not getting repaired.
That's where we set off all the bombs now, just to be safe. Every time they discover another bomb from World War II era, it goes to courtroom number 4.
Yep.
But Mr. Tanate, didn't you say that's just a training model? A fake to practice on? I did, but I also lied. This is the real deal. This is the HH-3000.
But the HH-3000 was used to blow up courtroom number 4, wasn't it?
How do you know? It was the real HH-3000 that blew up the courtroom.
Huh?
The bomb that blew up the courtroom was a different one. One that I made.
What? Then we can take that as a confession on your part?
Where they go, bailiff?
Take it any way you would like.
I am way beyond that now.
Just before the trial, I took the HH-3000 out of the stuffed animal and put my own bomb into it.
Oh,
That
That
was
makes
the bomb
sense,
that
yeah.
exploded and destroyed courtroom number 4.
That makes
that
complete
definitely
sense.
makes sense for like if he wanted a really, really controlled explosion that wouldn't like fully like that would
Plus-
still leave the body intact so that you could still see a crime scene.
Plus, the remote's been missing the whole time. If the remote is still needed for this bomb, where is it? Either it's in the case or he has it.
Mr. Tanate, please be reasonable. Do you really expect us to believe a crazy story like that? The HH-3000. It is so unique. I had never seen anything like it. It is so unique that I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. So, I just had to have it. Besides, did anyone look inside the stuffed animal during the trial?
He
Did
just
anyone
wanted
check
to
to
steal it
see
because it was neat.
That's
If it
literally
is
what
really
it was.
the HH-3000 in there.
He just wanted it. He wanted it to keep.
Because it's neat.
I must confess, no one opened the stuffed animal to check.
So there really is the possibility that the bomb was switched out? No, not a possibility. A certainty. I did it.
So he's had a real bomb with him this whole time?
You had better get out of here while you can. You do not have much time.
Order! Order in this court!
I'm out of here!
Run! You four are still here. Well, aren't you brave?
It just wouldn't do for the judge presiding over this court to run. But that horrible explosion the other day.
The judge looks like he's about to book it for the nearest exit any second. As for Mr. Payne...
That is...
Oh, wow, they even
Yeah.
made an animation for it! And he's off.
Mr. Wright, what do we do?
It'd be pretty pathetic to run now, wouldn't it?
The bomb might really go off.
I got an idea. Fist fight him. I'm
Knock the shit out of him.
charging.
Got your
Fuck
bomb
it.
squad right here. Just clock him in the face.
Yeah, like, do you think he's actually gonna blow himself up? He does not want to die. That's not.
What happened to good old-fashioned rugged cops like Gumshoe who would just straight up go and punch a guy with a bomb in the face?
Just
What
run in and
happened?
punch him. Punch him. Run in and punch him. Get key, open case, put bomb in case, close case, boom.
Close case with him.
Yeah, maybe with him also. We can see.
See where the day takes us. Only 3 more minutes, folks.
Oh my fucking god. Is that bomb really the HH-3000?
I have to wonder if you just
What
sit
should I
there
do?
for 3 whole minutes.
Run like
If it
a
actually does just detonate.
3 real American minutes. Run like a yellow-bellied chicken, or stand my ground.
Piss my pants like a little baby, slip in my pants, and then slide all the way down the hallway crying.
Well, the speed boost from that would make it so I could get out in time, but I can't run now!
Well, it's been fun, but I will be going now. With my dear HH3000 naturally. Oh, and by the way, I would advise against having me followed. Even with no remote switch, this bomb can still be triggered manually. If I think I'm being followed, I will detonate it on the spot. Farewell.
Hold it!
You're not going anywhere, Ted, tonight.
Oh?
Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. That bomb's a fake. Are you sure, Mr. Wright?
More of your famous bluffing. Even at the risk of your own life.
Mr. Wright, none of your bluffing now, not at a time like this. Lives are on the line. No, Your Honor, here's what I'm gonna do. 3-minute timer, right? I'm gonna just stand with the witness and I'm gonna hold hands. No, you're not going anywhere. I'm holding hands with him. I'm gonna hold the bomb and we're all gonna wait.
We're all gonna fucking wait.
Lives are on the line here, you maniac. I'm not bluffing and I have proof. You? Yes, of course, Your Honor. It's right here in the photo of the bomb, clear as day. Proof that Mr. Tanate's bomb is not the real HH3000. Really? Out with it then immediately. Screen's cracked. Screen's cracked, motherfucker. Screen's cracked. We just saw the screen. That was also fun for them to show the screen dramatically like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it also lets you know, like, hang on. The display for the timer on the bomb in the photo is broken. Most likely it broke when Mr. Tsunate used the bomb to attack Detective Arm. But the display on the bomb in front of us is not broken. Oh, you're right. Therefore, it is not the real HH3000. Mr. Tsunate was clearly lying when he said he switched out the bomb and the stuffed animal. The real HH3000 blew up in courtroom number 4.
Just pretty stupid, because it seemed like a pretty neat bomb.
And he's just now lamenting losing it. This bomb is nothing more than a fake, a model used for training purposes. Fear not, Your Honor. I will examine the inside of the bomb transport case myself. Okay, yeah, sure, if you're volunteering.
No! Stop!
Yep.
Yep.
What is that? Is that a bloodstain? Just as I expected. Your lies have been blown to bits, Mr. Tsunate. I'm confident DNA analysis on this bloodstain will confirm that's Detective Arm's blood. It's that he has the only key for it. But I mean, I don't think there's a lot stopping him from us just walking up and taking his keys right now. And those results will conclusively prove you murdered Detective Arm. How about it, Mr. Donate? Think you can dismantle this decisive evidence?
The funny thing is, like, this could also just be a different bomb he made.
Yeah.
Like,
I love this bomb because it's my bomb. I made it.
Dismantle it? You're too late. You missed your chance to run, so now you're out of time. This HH3000 is about to explode.
Don't try to threaten us, Mr. Tsunate. I've already proved your bomb's a fake.
It's real. This bomb is the real thing, I tell you. It's real.
That bomber party of one.
There's no time left. It's going to blow. I have to disarm it. I have to take it apart. I can dismantle anything. I can take apart evidence. I can take apart bombs. I can dismantle it all. Dismantle, 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 dismantle! I'm not gonna make it. Only one thing left to do.
And that's what they pay the big bucks for.
Did he just eat it?
No, he smashed his chin into it, you fool.
No, that's his teeth. Okay, no, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, he just smashed his whole face into it.
Made it.
Oh. He had cute little
Yeah, okay.
bomb eyes. That's adorable.
Game over. Dismantle attempt failed.
Oh, look at his little bomb eyes.
It's all over. My life has been blown to pieces. It's all that stupid woman's fault.
Yeah, I blame the woman.
I was selling the bombs I disarmed on the black market.
Okay, wow, that explains everything. Jesus. Yeah, that'd do it.
All of a sudden, it just instantly clicks, right?
My guy, go through the official police channels. They're doing this anyways. They just do it online legally. This is not a joke. You can buy guns that police have seized. You can buy firearms from them.
That is correct.
Online in auction. This is a real thing you can do. It's totally legal.
It shouldn't be, though. When I tried to take this one, she just had to notice, didn't she? She confronted me in courtroom number 4 that day. That's why I had no choice, you see. Before I knew what I was doing, I hit her. It's all her fault.
Oh, and you couldn't even sell the bomb, huh?
While I was looking for a place to hide her body, she left a message in her own blood.
So she wrote the message at first and then was put into the box. Okay.
While he was trying to figure out what to do with her body.
I see.
The trial was about to start, so I didn't have time to clean it up, and now all this. I thought for sure I could disguise her death with an explosion. Then that stupid defense attorney started sticking his nose into my business. After my testimony yesterday, I went to courtroom number 4, and I found that kid all up in my bomb transport case.
Is this blood?
That's when I snuck up behind him, and bam!
Jesus Christ, Apollo.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, I smell blood in this one. Oh.
And when the idiot police arrested that little girl, I thought for sure I could pin it all on her. Why? Oh, why?
Okay, you didn't have to trauma dump on us like that, man. Damn. You're hereby under arrest for fucking oversharing and on the suspicion of the courtroom bombing and the assault of Mr. Justice.
You're under arrest for fucking everything. Every crime, including new ones I'm inventing for you.
Falsifying evidence, falsifying crimes, all of it, anything.
Oh, yeah, the murder
all
one,
of it.
too.
Oh, murder! Damn, I almost forgot. Wow. Yeah, what was her name again? Anne Frank? Whatever. Now then, I've seen the members of the Republic have returned to the galley. One person, however, seems to still be running far, far away.
And he'll never stop.
Be that as it may, I will now announce Miss Juniper Woods' verdict. Not guilty.
Not innocent. Fuck!
Sorry.
It's been too long, I forgot.
Oh, everyone came back. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. We're all here for it. And the prosecution definitely is.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, he's not.
That's so fucking funny. That's so good.
He's gonzo.
Court's
He's done.
adjourned.
That's so good.
Unfortunately for Mr. Payne, we only give out checks at the end of each court after the verdict's given out if you were there in person. Otherwise, you do not get your paycheck.
So, Mr. Payne, it looks like you're fired. If you don't claim your paycheck, you get fired. That was how I got all the jury people.
You did it, boss.
Yeah. I guess we managed to pull it off somehow.
So many mysteries cleared up all at once. It was amazing.
Yeah, it just sort of worked out that way, didn't it? It's just, I don't know how I'm gonna break it to Maya that she's gonna have to go buy them from a different guy now.
When she runs out of ghosts to talk to.
There's one text. Nick, you fucking narc!
I am an attorney, yes.
That's my job. Yeah, but not a good one. Why do you think I worked with you?
How am I supposed to talk to bomb ghosts now if I can't kill any bombs?
Okay. What does the ghost of a bomb sound like? Does it sound like the detonation leading up to it? Like, does a ghost of a bomb sound like like the beeping
Hurry,
sound.
hurry, everybody, I'm Billy. Billy the Bomb. Or I was
Billy the
when
Bomb.
before I die.
Billy the Bomb
Would have
is-
been a good police mascot.
Yeah, it's the goat.
Yep.
It's the scapegoat bomb defusal guy that they're gonna make because they feel bad their guy got nabbed.
Damn.
Just sort of works
Just make
out.
more mascots. It'll make it all go away.
It's okay. Anytime anyone asks a question, we make a mascot to affect the SEO so that people can't look it up.
That's not the kind of thing that usually just works out. You made it happen.
Maya would never associate with the police officer. I mean, you do what you have to do to get bombs and ghosts
Yeah.
from those bombs.
She does. She does.
Also, yeah,
she
she-
explicitly does.
That's a good point.
Gumshoe.
Yeah, she and Gumshoe vibe.
And the way that mean old prosecutor hightailed it out of here, that was
And
great.
left a prosecutor-shaped hole in the wall.
Mr. Wright, Tina, thank you for everything you did for me.
I'm so happy for you, Junie. Now you can go back home to the forest in peace. Well, other than the abominable snowman, you do gotta keep an eye out for him. He'll get you.
Also, hey, I know we didn't really get to it. I still need my medicine. Anyone gonna help? I hope the both of you will come visit me there someday.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Thanks for the invitation. That's a no. That is a no in so many words.
I don't know, Mr. Wright. I'm not so sure you can make it all the way up to Junie's house. How high up do you live again, Junie?
Oh, around 3,000 feet, I think.
What? It's no forest. That's a mountain.
There are forests on mountains, Phoenix.
Impossible.
Fucking idiot.
But you know, boss.
You know, I fell in the mountains once. Yeah, you've told this. Yeah, yeah, you told the story. The burning bridge. Yep.
There's still something that bothers me about the case.
You kind of think of Gumshoe more as Edgeworth's personal assistant than anything at times, so you forgot he's a cop.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing.
He's a cop
so,
in the way Date is a cop in
Yeah,
the Like a Dragon series.
You're right.
He's so not a cop that you kind of keep forgetting that he is canonically a cop.
There is
Yeah.
something about the cop who isn't a cop in the shabby trench coat that's existed since Columbo. Like the detective who's the one you actually want to talk to because he actually has your interest, that archetype of character. Anyways.
One little mystery that we never got around to solving.
Oh, that? Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Is this the unsolved mystery you're thinking of? The detonator or the writing? Is it the detonator?
With the detonator.
Or
'cause
the
it's still
stuff-
missing.
Maybe the stuffed animal for the tail?
That's also still missing. Although that could have been blown to bits, but
It could have been blown to bits. The one thing that we never got is the switch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
It
remote
was
switch.
never found.
Yeah, never ever found.
Take that!
The remote switch, right?
yeah, I wonder where it disappeared to. Maybe Mr. Tanate just got rid of it somewhere?
Yeah. It's a pretty big thing to leave unsolved. Oh no! Oh no! What if he was telling the truth? What if he did switch out the bomb and he's lamenting that he sold it? Cause he sold the bombs. He's lamenting like, I wish I didn't sell that bomb. It was so cool. What if that bomb is still out there somewhere? What if he sold it to somebody and it's gonna show up later? That would explain why the
That
remote.
would be fucking wild.
Oh no! That would explain why the remote's missing. Oh dear.
Oh no, Maya has it.
Maya,
That would be
no!
That would be so crazy. That would be so funny.
Apollo has had it the whole time.
Don't worry, there's no such thing as bombs.
Well, let's leave it up. Phoenix, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Fuck 'em!
The two people who were responsible for this were a murderer and a murderee. For now, we should be celebrating our not guilty verdict.
I guess you're right. Hey, I know. Junie, shall we go to report the good news? You know, to that certain someone unconscious in a hospital bed. Ooh.
Okay. Her grandmother?
No, stupid, to
Her
Apollo.
grandmother died! Don't be insensitive! Oh, right. Yeah,
Who do you think she inherited the house on the top of a mountain from?
Do we have to? Okay, fine. Let's all go see him then. Sure.
Great idea. I bet he's bored out of his
Yeah,
mind.
the vending machines there have some nice stuff in them, and like it's you.
There's literally nowhere else I guess I could get a Pop-Tart and a Rice Krispie,
So I'm gonna get them there, and while you guys talk to him.
Okay.
I love that we have decided that Phoenix still hates Apollo.
Still annoyed with him. And so the courtroom bombing case came to a close, but the next trial was just over the horizon. There's never a dull moment with so many lawyers in the office, and that's for sure. Apollo Justice, Athena Sykes, then the other one. Between the three of us, there's no case we can't Phoenix Wright, that's my name. When our powers combine, we're an unstoppable team. At least that's what I believed. The fuck does that mean? But all that changed when the Fire Nation attacked. With what Apollo said to us that day. It was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test. Is he gonna tell us he actually did leave that message? No, this is at the Wright Anything Agency. Okay, so this could be in the past. No, this is after the
No, this
bombing.
is afterwards.
Okay, what's happening?
Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
Hi, Tracy.
Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
Can you at least give me a reason why? I can only say that this is something I must settle on my own.
Daddy, does that mean I have to become a lawyer now?
Bye, Apollo.
Yes, daughter, it does. You're...
No, oh no, sorry, the nepotism laws. They get us every time.
Why are you shutting us out?
I forgot she's legally his daughter. That's right. Aww. Apollo's definitely gonna be a defendant at some point, yeah.
What happened to you, Apollo? Ever since you put that jacket on, you've changed.
Interesting.
And now, for whatever reason, all my mind keeps doing is returning to the day I first met you. Yes, Pip, I know. Hang on. We had tackled our first case together. He and I, this past spring. And as we did, I came to know who he is and how he thinks. It was a very peculiar case. One in which the victim was actually killed by a mythical creature.
What the oh my god. Okay, thank you for that.
It's gonna be the
primer.
statue of, like, a phoenix or something like that.
Yeah, a statue of a phoenix.
A
That would
phoenix,
actually be
yeah.
great. End of chapter. We've done it.
We've
Woo!
completed this one.
Alright, now is a good time for us to call it then.
Mm-hmm.
So how about Monday? Is that good for all of us?
I think so.
Okay, you're not going to be available next Thursday, so we'll have to pick another day for that, and that might end up being that we do Tuesday or something, or Wednesday next week.
Yeah, because it's probably better to do it before rather than after, or at least maybe 2 days after would be fine. Seeing as how it's a mouth thing.
Yes, you want some recovery time. Also, we're going to be busy starting in the week of Christmas. We're not going to be available for some of that. So, anyways, thank you all so much for coming by. Thank you so much for the donations, the subscriptions, for the support, all the love. It has been truly more than I feel like I've earned. So I just really appreciate all of you being so kind and considerate and supportive. Thank you all so much for watching. Probably, I don't think there's gonna be a stream tomorrow. Saturday, I'm hoping to get back to Lunacid, and then I think we're gonna do those Saints Sundays and try to get back in the swing of that. These more frequent streams aren't going to be a permanent feature. That's because I've got free time and I'm not doing any video work. But I do at least want to get through a couple of games we've been meaning to do for a while. So I will see you all Saturday.
Yeah.
Take care. Thanks for watching and take it easy.
Boy.